The queen is here. Let's bring her up.
We can't have the queen on the bottom box.
No. Once she comes in, I'll shift.
Cool.
When she comes in, I'll shift. All right, let's shift the queen. All right.
Yeah, well, you get really wet-ass hair because he texts me and he goes, "You ready?" As I'm about to enter the shower.
Well, you did not. Well, it's miscommunications. It's like what is like it happens. It does. All right, but the main thing, you are here. You are here. So, with you being here, my dear, let's officially get this underway. Let's get the show on the road. So, good night, everyone, and welcome to the 12th edition of the Round Table. This is the first for 2025, where my esteemed guest is no other than the Queen of Dragons, my Harley Quinn, Pikachu. All right? But tonight is going to be different from all. Tonight is going to be more epic. Tonight we're going to rock. We're going to hit it out of the park because tonight is just not one host. It's not just two, but three. It is four hosts that is going to be holding this live. All right, that is going to be holding this live to be able to ask Pika all the different questions, who's going to press the buttons and all the different things and so forth. So let me introduce my panel of hosts today. So today, right beneath, we have the most sharpest brain on TikTok. He is that smooth. He is that deadly when it comes to debates, comes to discussion and every so forth. And, when it comes to reciting scripture, he's even better than me. My guest, my host. Huh? Why?
I think you had it right with repeating.
Right, repeating. All right, so my extended host would be no other than Saul, Placid Saul.
Greetings.
All right. My next host would be a great friend of mine's, a brother, someone that checks up on me very frequently and to see what I'm up to and so forth. It was very tedious getting him to come out of retirement because I heard he had retired. He had hung up his boxing gloves and all these different things. The retirement home gave me a lot of headache to get his papers signed, to get him out. I couldn't get the wheelchair properly for lumbar support and all this stuff, but I was able to do it. Some or the other. I had to pay it, but it is. But nevertheless, a brilliant mind, someone who is very sharp in what he's doing, someone who is very much a hard worker for what he has done for the community and what he's about to do for the community with his book and all these different things that he's coming up with that he has promoted. Right, someone that I admire, someone I look up to in aspect. As much I call him the spoiled brat, but he knows the reason why, and everyone does. That would be Universal Theory, Jordan. You can say something. And last but not least, the Moses of us all, the elder, the high one, the Morpheus, the great one in nature, a person that I truly look up to. He has aided me so much where my lives are concerned and how I structure my stuff. I had the privilege of meeting him last year when I went to Canada. It was a pleasure to sit in his presence, to listen to him speak, the advice he gave me to what it is what he wanted from me, also what he requested from me this year, and the advice he gave me to go about it. It is gold. It is priceless. He's a person that if I do have a situation, I can go to and I can ask questions and I can seek advice, and he is always willing. He is always willing to be able to share his knowledge. Right? He is someone that I respect very much in the community. And that would be no other than an Alien T.
Hey, Pico. Hey, everyone. Great to be here.
Right. So, my dear Pika, my Harley Quinn, Mother of Dragons. Right? Tonight is your night. You have been the most sought out guest for the round table. When I created this, and you know when I created it because you aided me in this, a lot of people called your name and you were in the first three. But a lot of stuff happened that we were not able to. And I had to substitute whatever. And the last time, well, you were not feeling well. But I got you today. I got you today to do this. Today is not just going to be us asking questions. Today we are going to honor you. So if I'm going to make you cry, bitch, I'm going to make you cry from now. Tonight is a night we honor you for everything that you have done.
I'm ready. I got it.
Tonight is a night that we are going to honor you, my dear, for all the things that you, oh, cute, a kitty, right? Everything that you have done. You have pushed us. You have helped us to evolve. You have given us reason to look within ourselves with all the things that you do. By pressing the buttons, I got questions, everything that you have done, even things that never resonated with you and you wanted answers. You have more or less caused us to evolve and look within ourselves to be better at who we are and what we do. And tonight we give back that energy to you by praising you tonight and looking and wanting to understand who is Speaker. So with that being said, I want to know who is the person behind Pika. What's your upbringing, where you were born, what's your upbringing educationally and so forth. So let's start from there.
I was born in Georgia.
Nice.
Around Atlanta. Was raised Baptist and Catholic in tandem. Meaning I got up to go to 6 a.m. Mass, and then I went to 10:30 Bible study, and then 11:30 Baptist Mass. So, probably about in between 8 and 9, I came up to Ohio, and I've been stuck here ever since.
All right.
You get lost in a black hole up here. But as far as education and stuff goes, I have my associate's degree, mainly in art, in liberal arts. I almost had my bachelor's. I think I was maybe 3 classes off of finishing my bachelor's, majoring in psychology and minoring in art. Other than that, I did a lot of odd jobs. I did a lot of really random things along the way. I was kind of joking about that with Placid because, he asked me to list out all of my skills, and there were quite a bit that I didn't consider like being a thing. But anyway, I just thought it was funny because I know how to train therapy dogs. I am a certified.
Nice.
Well, I was a certified phlebotomist at one point. So I got to, STAB people for a living for a little while. I ran an entire ice cream hut at one point. I've done a lot of random things.
Nice.
And now, I do the astrology. I am working on projects that I don't know if I can mention here behind scenes with a lot of the graphic design work and creativity. So it's a lot of fun.
All right, cool.
A lot of twists, a lot of turns.
A lot of turns. Okay, so before we continue, and I do apologize. So for the panel, who is the other host in them? So this is what, to make life easier for everyone. If you want, guys, you could do a follow-up on what she has just said, right, which I would normally do, or you guys could ask questions that what you would want to answer because you would have had questions that you would have loved to ask Pika in a place like this. So you can ask the questions that you want to ask her, or you can do follow up on the questions that I have asked her, which whenever is easier for you guys. So at this point, Saul, next will be you. You have the floor is yours to ask questions.
So, Pika, you mentioned that you were growing up both, you said Catholic and what was the other one?
Southern Baptist.
Southern Baptist. How was that? What was that like for you? Was that confusing? Because those two seem pretty diverse.
Well, so I don't remember a lot of the Catholic part. I'm gonna be honest for a while. I went actually back to Catholicism when I met my husband because he was pretty big into Catholic. So I learned a lot of my Catholic stuff later. 6 a.m. Mass and me don't mix. So I was more annoyed probably by the constantly having to kneel, stand up, sit down, etc. things. And I was little, so Southern Baptist was a lot more fun. We had, we did the youth group stuff first, and so I got to hang out with kids my own age, and then basically got to dance in Mass. And the guy that ran it, he was very charismatic, very like get the energy pumping and moving. So I actually really enjoyed that. Getting up early, I wasn't a fan of, but.
So, were you slain in the spirit, speaking in tongues?
No, I can't say I spoke in the tongues. I am sad that I didn't hear about the bath bomb thing for getting baptized. I've been baptized technically 3 times. It was a whole thing. The demons needed a couple more soaks. Who knows? I don't know. But I was baptized Catholic. I was baptized then in the Baptist church, and then I got re-baptized in the Catholic church that's up here in Ohio. So.
Okay, I've got other questions. I'll go ahead and pass it over to Jordan.
Like, I'm sad about the bath bomb thing. Y'all ever see that one where the guy takes like a black bath bomb in with him for the? Oh, it's so funny.
Tell
Go ahead.
No, it's your turn, John. The floor is yours.
Okay. What do you think, or what do you feel your greatest talent is, and why?
My greatest talent. I assume your talking shit doesn't count. I am really good at seeing what other people are good at and really pulling that out of that, like showing them that there's so much more to what they are doing with what they are doing. I'm able to, I don't know, big picture their small picture and really like expand their ideas and go, hey, here's this one little thing that you did, let's make this bigger, and you know, I can really see the good and the potential in other people, and I think that's definitely a talent. I would say that's probably one of my greater ones.
Do I get another question?
Yeah. If it's right there, if it's leading from that one, yeah, go ahead.
No, I'll wait.
All right, cool. Alien T.
Hey, Pico.
Hi, T.
All right. Just trying to. I have a list of questions, but I'm trying to keep it in a flow with what's been asked so far. So my question is, having been raised in very indoctrinated religions, and having heard you speak and seeing the transcendence of that, when and what contributed to maybe your current understanding, which is well above and beyond perhaps the limitations of religion?
Well, it all started with me getting kicked out of Bible study. I ask a lot of questions. That hasn't changed since I was a child. We would read certain things in the Bible and we would discuss them and things like that. And I asked the wrong questions sometimes, I guess, at least from the wrong people. I pretty much there was one in particular that I remember. I said, "Do you think that Lucifer was the first try at Jesus?" And I gave my receipts for why I asked the question, because Lucifer sat at the right hand of the Father previously, and in Revelations, Jesus said he was the Alpha, the Omega, the bright and morning star, and they had always said that Lucifer's the morning star. So they didn't know how to answer that clearly, and so I got removed from class, and that never sat right with me. And so fast forward, and I started to look into other religions and see why that was such a big deal. My mom is also really spiritual. She's always been a searcher as well, and so because of that, I had the room. I had the room to ask the questions. I had the room to seek and find. And I think during college, when I did a few religious classes and things that kind of deep dived into the Bible and things like that, is kind of that trajectory, I guess, of there's a lot out here and these stories sound very similar to other stories, and that kind of led to, why are all these sounding similar? And so then I started trying to figure out why.
Beautiful.
All right, cool. Before I ask another question here, I think I want to go back a little just to correct something that you said. For me, it would be that I think you had the right questions, but you had asked them to the wrong people because they didn't have the answers to your questions, and that's an aspect. So based on all the things that you would have experienced and in your search, at what age or time did that aspect of spiritual awakening happen? How was it for you? How was your experience? And how did you know that something had started in that aspect?
Well, I chalk my awakening up to probably about a year and a half ago.
All
It
right.
would have been, I guess, what are we on? We're coming up to 2 years. It was March of 2023. Now, I guess that was probably my, oh wow, there's something so much more out here than I even realized awakening. Where at this point I've kind of come to realize there have been very small ones along the way. Like different versions of these awakenings just perpetually happening. But the awakening, like, it happened when I got vertigo. And I because of vertigo, I found TikTok. And because of TikTok, I found a lady here who did things that I couldn't explain. I was a big skeptic. I needed proof. I wanted proof. I was very logic-minded. And one of the things that she did was she was able to read my cat. and I had never spoken with her about them. She hadn't seen them or anything. But my cat Zeus has a very particular syndrome. And though she didn't call out the name of it, she explained it, and it was probably verbatim of like what his issues are. And so he has wobbly cat syndrome, and so he doesn't like to be in high places. That's not typically normal for a cat.
Hmm.
He doesn't like to jump down because of his depth perception issues, and I had never spoken about it, like ever. And I'm like, how does this lady know? Like it kind of blew my mind, and she would continue for a while to do that, and I didn't know what to do with that. Then I met a lot of you guys, and it's just kind of been a wild roller coaster since.
All right. Nice. All right. Soul, floor is yours.
My thing went down. It just
Yeah,
froze.
I
I'm
understand.
not sure
Yeah, no
what the
problem.
last question was, but it sounds, Pika, like you were talking about some experiences that were stand out in your life, especially when it
I
comes
was
to
explaining, yeah, I was explaining kind of the awakening and what like brought it about. Meeting a lady on here who did things I couldn't explain, and there was no way she would have known otherwise because I hadn't said, things like that. So.
I'm curious to know, given your exposure to the spiritual community and the experiences that you've had to date, where do you think your path is going to lead from here?
Oh, I have no idea. Um, if I would have told 2 years ago me that I would be into astrology and doing art and all and learning in-depth things like secret truths, I would have called you a liar, and um, probably laughed in your face. I have no idea where this is going to lead. I see many beautiful paths that this could take, and I also see, if I turn fearful at some point, I can see a lot of different paths of that ahead, but I don't. I think I have a really good, strong support team around me, both spiritual and physical. Um, so I don't really see me going down the fear one, though I can get a little fearful sometimes. It still feels very new, this realm of things, and so different things will happen, and I'll like freak out. But I come to terms with whatever it is, and it may take a little bit of time, but ultimately it's beautiful things. I know that the world's about to shift and change, and everyone's kind of preparing for it, and nobody's really saying what's actually gonna happen, but I still think it's gonna be good. It's been good so far.
Jordan?
What, if any, is your greatest desire?
All right, Jordan coming in with the Lucifer Morningstar question. All right. My greatest desire for myself or the world?
For yourself.
Peace? Being okay in the chaos? Coming to that point where no one can move.
Could you elaborate on that?
For a lot of my life, I have allowed other people and their emotions and their energy and all of these things to dictate me. And because of that, I've had to do a lot of inner work stuff to get to certain points where I'm not as affected by it. And it's taken a lot of time, and I don't know. I want to be like the Buddha who can get poked with the stick over and over again and still meditate, or however that goes. I want to get to the point where I know myself enough to where nobody can change it except me.
All right. Alien T.
Well, Pika, if you're willing to share this only, what would your greatest superpower be?
I can tell when anyone's lying.
I hear that. And
Whether or not I let them know I know is besides the point.
And what do you attribute that gift to?
Trauma. It's a gift that I got from it. My gut knows every time. Now I'm starting to trust it more.
All right. Beautiful. Pika, you had mentioned that your awakening and so forth is now, or your journey into spirituality, or however you look at it, is now coming around that 2-year mark. What I would like to know from you, and I ask most of my guests here, right? What advice would you give the younger ones who are coming? I mean, you can say that you're young in it also because you're just within that 2-year mark. But for me, your knowledge, your experience is beyond that. The way you carry about yourself is beyond that. Beyond those 2 years, you move as though you have been seasoned for more than 10 because of the dialogue you and I have had in person. You are very sharp, very brilliant when it comes to intuition and spirituality, and even when it comes to asking the correct questions, you hit the target on the mark. What I want to know is for the younger ones who are coming up, who are having experiences, what advice do you give to them who are struggling? If you had any struggles at all, what advice you give them to those who are having struggles, who may not necessarily have someone to turn to ask questions or in this aspect? What would you give them as an advice to, enjoy more or less, stay the stride, stay the journey, because it does change. However, what is your more or less your advice to them?
Well, I have a couple. So if they
Mm-hmm.
have nobody to turn to, there's been a book that has helped me immensely throughout it, and to be honest, I've only cracked it maybe once or twice, but it's a good one, especially when it comes to, and I go more psychology when it comes to like the inner work aspect of things, of like where's the root, where does this all stem from, and things like that. It's called The Inner Work, and to be honest, you can find it in my bio, whatever. I put it in the like little linky tree thing so that
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have to keep telling people over and over again. It's in like the Amazon list or whatever, just so you know you're getting the right book. It's helped a lot with understanding and honestly forgiving a lot of people. A lot of, I would suggest that a lot of the cliches are true. And if something doesn't feel right, feel into why that doesn't feel right and trust it. There's something wrong there.
All right. Beautiful. Thank you. So,
What do you feel is the most important for a person who's skeptical about the whole spirituality thing? They've come up in religion, they've been a part of a variety of different things. What do you think is the most important thing that you think they should know?
That everybody out there thinks they have it right. So what makes, and then I would, to be honest, I would ask them, have you ever met another person that you spoke with that had it 100% right? And if you can't say that that's accurate, which I haven't personally, nobody's ever been 100% right, or no, there's no one out there that knows everything. And if that's the case, then why wouldn't you look into more things? If there's still a skepticism, I mean, I personally like to go the astrology route, but even skeptics are pretty good at, um, I don't know, like brushing it off and just being like, nah, that's not that's not a thing. Even when I'm telling them their life story. So it honestly, it depends on the person. I've kind of gotten to the point where I've stopped trying to change other people if they're unwilling. I'll help them if and when they're ready.
Makes sense. Jordan?
What is your greatest challenge? And if you've overcome it, how did you do it? And if you haven't, how do you plan to?
The three men on this panel. And I'll get back to you on that last bit. My greatest actual challenge. Seeing my worth. That's probably been the biggest one. I was raised to where I didn't get to see a lot of that, even though I had a lot of, a lot of like praise and whatnot, but the praise came from people whose words never matched their actions, and so I didn't trust it. And I don't believe I can honestly say I've overcome it. I'm still working through it, and to be honest, I don't think it's up to me to overcome it. It's something I just need to believe. And the universe shows me, honestly, daily at this point, where I'm valued and with what. And it still blows my mind. And so, I don't know, it's still a challenge. T. I think it's your turn.
You have this Medusa effect on everyone. We're all hypnotized listening to your truth, which is in the best way. I mean that. All right, here we go.
I have enough hair to be her right now. Holy shit, I need a haircut. This is why I always have it up, y'all.
All right, my question is, because I'm guided by intuition, I know you are as well. And to me, there's something that you wish everybody would know as one of your, or a truth about you, but they don't see it. Is there something you feel that others do not see in you that you wish they would?
Well, and I probably would have said that it was that when I first came in, not very many people saw it. Now I have so many more who do. There are a lot of people that I've experienced in this arena or app or what have you that think I come in and I just come in to start shit. And that's not the case ever. I actually, if I had my way, I would avoid it. When I get feisty or when I get protective, there's always a reason. There's always something going on behind the scenes, and not a lot have noticed that, and they've judged me for it. But that judgment led to an opportunity for me, and now honestly I don't give a fuck if they do judge it or not. It's like, okay, well, you don't see me, that means you're not meant to. But for me, it's a lot of the people that I've seen in the community, at least in regards to me, judge the book by its cover and don't actually want to know past Pika and what they've created in their head.
Although many or some may not see it, many do. I know everyone
That's been a
here.
gift.
Yes.
Wow, that was deep and that was involved. And thank you for sharing that, Pika Alien T. Thank you for that profound question. That was something that needed to be asked, and I appreciated that you did ask that question, and Pika, you get to share your thoughts on it. I want to know. Okay, we know that you're involved in a lot of stuff. You do things. Could you enlighten the masses? What are some of the stuff that you are into? Most will know just like you're into astrology, but besides that, what else are you into?
I have signed NDAs. I cannot speak to this. I like art and cartoons and yeah, that's pretty much all I can talk about other than what the NDAs have stated.
Fair enough. Very much fair
Unless
enough.
the individuals wish to ask specific questions that I am allowed to speak to. I do a lot, and I try to do what's asked of me, but a lot of the process has been finding my worth in that, because I would just give it away. And yeah, it's been a road, and then especially in a spiritual community who's almost divided on whether or not people should accept money, or this is something like for your work. Like I don't get that. I would give my whole heart away if it meant somebody else feeling happy. But I also had to look at it for me too. I wasn't doing that.
Nice. Beautiful. Thank you. So,
What brings you some of your most profound joy?
Giving people gifts that I've either thought of or made is my love language. I love doing it. I love spoiling people. I don't know why, but it brings me a lot of joy just to see. And honestly, if there was ways to where I could do it a little bit more anonymously, I would, because then you get the authentic reaction, and I like that.
Jordan?
What brings you the greatest sorrow?
Humanity. um Not being able to reach somebody, knowing that I could help, but they're not able to hear it yet. That sucks.
What brings you the biggest joy?
I thought that's what Saul asked.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, then I have to go this route. I've got pre-written questions, but I have to scratch a few off. All right. Let's take it. Let's take it out to the outside of yourself. And um, when you look at this community and all the activity you see, would you like to comment on what you feel works and what doesn't work?
I think you took one of Tantra's many questions, but I think from what I've seen, there are a lot of people who believe they know what's best for everyone. And in the same breath will state that everyone has their own path. And I think that is probably the biggest hang-up when it comes to accepting other people and like just seeing where they're coming from and seeing where they're at, or things like that. Being accepting of everybody is to true, instead of just saying everyone's got their own path, truly seeing that that's the case. And that's part of the, I guess, part of the greatest sorrow is realizing that even though I want to help someone, I could see that I could, doesn't mean I'm the one to give it to them. It doesn't mean I'm the one to tell them how to do it, what to do it. And even though it sucks sometimes, I've watched it. It's not that they don't ever get the information. They usually do. Just might not be from me. So when it comes to what works and what doesn't, I don't think there is anything that doesn't actually work. I think a lot of it has to do with how we all look at it, and it's our perception. So that's individual. What works is when we can all come together and just let people, like, okay, you believe this? Cool. I believe this, and I want to talk about this aspect, and it's kind of similar. And just letting it happen. They don't have to believe what you believe.
Okay, I just want to say thank you for bringing us authentic Pika. It's appreciated.
Tantra asked for it.
Yes, I did. And my dear, I do appreciate that you have given us this side, because there's so much that you are teaching us at this moment. You are pouring into our souls that aspect of our lives that has been dried and parched. You are quenching it right now, and thank you. So, what I want to ask is that when you came to TikTok, what was your foresight? What was your, what is it you wanted to do when you came to TikTok? What was your plan of action when you came to TikTok? Just to press the buttons, ask
I
the
didn't,
questions.
yeah. I didn't have a plan at all. I found TikTok because I had vertigo, and when I went to go look up how to do this one maneuver thing that they gave, it sent me to TikTok. It was the first encounter with TikTok.
Okay.
Um, and I was scrolling and they're funny videos, and I'm like, oh, this is kind of fun. And then I stumbled on to some different lives, and I don't know, I was kind of hooked after that. I really enjoyed the lives because there was such a variety when it came to like what was out there. There would be, people doing medium stuff. There'd be tarot cardy stuff. There'd be astrologists. There'd be then science, and then people would be arguing, and then people would be singing, and I don't know. It was a different world.
All right. Nice. Okay. Cool. Nice. Saul.
When you think about the people that you've established relationships with, and you think about that being within a virtual environment, what impact does that have in terms of like in your life? Is it something that you separate as in these are virtual friends, or is it something that's more significant to you?
Well, it's like a double-edged sword for me because I some of the people I've met on here are family in my mind. Whether or not I've actually met them in person is besides the point. Um, but sometimes that can hurt is when I feel that way, but maybe the other doesn't, or what have you. And I've had a few of those encounters where I've loved someone more than they were capable of loving me back, or loving me in the way that I needed, or whatever it was. But when it comes to the people on here and the relationships I've built, they've been some of the most profound things that I've had in my life. I moved away. I stopped going around people. I had a very, very select few that I would go around in actual life. And that's still true. I have my best friend from like 7th grade. I see her maybe once to twice a year. And then I have my husband and my children, and every once in a while we'll see the family, but my friends and my family, they just so happen to be scattered throughout the world. And I come on here to hang out with them.
Jordan.
Give me 1 second to properly formulate it. What what do you want to see? What do you want to see most in the community that you're in?
Actual growth would be nice. There's been a lot lately that I've seen stagnation for some. And a lot of repeating patterns, even though it's right there in front of them. But again, who am I to say? That could just be where they're at, just because I think they need to be pushed or, hop on a train or do whatever. Like, it's not up to me. So I guess it just comes back down to the acceptance. Just accepting where people are at. That's been a hard one for me. I've always been one to push people. So accepting where they're at is hard.
Alien T.
All right. If I move this in too far of a direction, feel free to bring it back. But let's take a flight. Let's take a flight anywhere in the world. Pika, you said you're stuck in Ohio. You just want an all expenses paid vacation anywhere in the world. Please tell us where that is and why you chose that place.
Well, I've actually been on this flight recently. I want to see a lot of places. And I'll pretty much kind of repeat what I had told the people I was having the conversations with. I want to eat too much pasta in Italy. I want to see the artwork in the Louvre in person and see Versailles and what that actually looks like. And I want to see the singing steps of Croatia. And I want to walk the moors. And I would love to travel, but I don't want to do the type of travel where I'm going for a week and half my vacation is travel. Literally being in the plane or something like that. I know my husband, he wants to go to Australia, although after some of the videos I've seen with what's down there, I question that for myself. There's really big spiders there. I don't know if I want to do that, but part of me would love to go to Egypt, but I don't want to go to tourist Egypt. That sounds boring. I'm only going to be able to see the pyramids from afar. That's boring. Like, I want to explore. I even wouldn't mind exploring even the United States, but it's just, there's never been an opportunity. And, I had my babies young and, they're getting on the older side and things. And so, to what's next, I'm not sure. There's this one place, oh man, Vince of York posted about it. He's on here. And it was probably one of the most beautiful things I've seen, but I do not know where it is. It was like pouring down rain. And from what I looked up at the time, that's pretty much how it is. It just rains a lot. And I think it's like a Tibetan temple, and it's just beautiful. I want to go and see all the beautiful things that people have actually created and built, and like get to actually experience it.
I feel like I just did a little bit. That's great.
Definitely still the too much pasta in Italy. That's like number one.
Wow. After hearing that, I think I might want to travel too. Uh, so that's a plus. All right. So I know my brothers and them have asked similar questions to what I would have asked also. So you have mentioned some aspects of a pet peeve with TikTok or the communities, right? And you have mentioned, you know, what it is your solution to some, which might just be respect in nature, right? And you're correct. You're honestly you're correct in that aspect because it's we do need that in so much ways. And I don't know. But I want to ask a question based on a conversation you and I have, which is going to eventually end up being, and I can promote it from now, which is going to be a checkmate discussion eventually too, which is about authenticity, the A word, which I'll bite my tongue saying it. I want you,
Authenticity.
yes, I want you to carry me back to that discussion and tell us what you told me about it because there was so much emotions and feelings behind it that I could have almost, it was almost like listening to your soul speak.
Well, so you were talking to me about potential checkmate topics, and for me, as of late, there's been so many words that I've realized just get twisted. They get so twisted and contorted of what it means and how people view it, and authenticity is one of those. Like that was one of probably the bigger struggles that I've had is when am I actually authentic? That was one of the first questions I asked coming into the community. And what does that even mean? And, when have I not been authentic? And so I had to come to, I guess, a realization for myself that I'm not authentic all the time. I don't show everybody my inner self, my inner core, my inner being all the time. Yeah, you get first-hand reactions, that's for sure, but is that me or is that the part I play? And there was a part of me that realized that I was starting to play a part here that I wasn't proud of. People wanted me to be a certain way. They would come in, oh, Pika's coming in hot, or, whatever they put out there. And it almost felt like I had to be that person. And authentically, that's not me 24/7. I don't like to be the loud, feisty, whatever all the time. I wouldn't let certain more vulnerable versions of myself come through. So when it comes to authenticity, I do not think that anyone truly understands the word yet, because it's an ever-changing, ever-evolving version of yourself. And, to me, a lot of this has to do with the finding who you are underneath. And I think, in my opinion, the most vulnerable sides is probably the most authentic you could ever have. But there are so many, and rightly so, that aren't willing to share that side of them. So being you in the moment is a version of it, sure. But did you really say the thing you wanted to say? Did you really give what you wanted to give in that moment? Like, all of these questions kind of surround this notion of authenticity. And that's why I thought it would be a great topic. Another one was loyalty. I didn't bring that's been one that's been on my mind. What it means to be loyal to people. That's been on my mind for about a month. Because there's so many facets to even one word.
True, very much true. Well, I can say this much, my friend, my dear sister. Consider it done. You will be booked for 2 checkmate, where those 2 topics will be discussed.
I'm excited.
And on that, I would tell you, no gloves, no holding back. Let it rip, say what you gotta say. So,
Y'all heard it. He said I could.
Okay, so let's explore a little bit of the dark side. If you had to reveal one of your demons, which one would it be?
Well, which version of dark side? Because there's like the vulnerably dark side, and then there's like the whoa, I can't believe she said that dark side.
That one.
I mean, I don't know if it's an actual demon. I do know that I can be manipulative, and to the point of where I will, at least I have in the past. I honestly is someone having the purge? What's happening? No?
That's
Okay.
Contra. Too many tacos? Oh, no.
nope,
Okay.
that's my neighbor.
Like, that's like the purge siren or something? Like, that, honestly, that would probably be the biggest one, is that I'm down for one of those. I'm not gonna lie. I got a list. That would probably be a good demon version. There's still part of me that there are some people that could use a new reincarnative cycle, and I would just help them along. If it wouldn't put me in jail. As far as like where I was taking it, I used to use, I don't know, sexual prowess to manipulate and get what I want for a good long time. I haven't done it in many years. I haven't had to. But I used to use that one a lot. I was definitely, I think they call it man-eater or whatever the hell. I did that one for a good bit.
Interesting. We'll circle back to that. Jordan?
Okay, I have 2 questions before I have to leave. Okay. First question. If you could change anything in your life right now, what would it be and why? That's my first question.
House. I want a house. Tired of being in an apartment building. I would like my children to have their own spaces. I would like my own space. That would be lovely. And I'm actually, actively working on making that a thing. So we've been paying down debt and things to start heading towards it. So it's work in progress. If I wanted to change something right now, it'd be space.
And did you answer why?
Because I don't has it.
Oh, okay.
I felt like
I
that
mean,
was kind of implied.
that's a fair response. Um,
Well,
okay,
it's
my
because
next
I can
question.
do a lot more, to be honest. That's why. I could do a lot more with more space and um, a lot more of what I'm trying to do, I think. I would be able to do a lot more.
Okay. Well, my nickname is Jin, so if you rub the lamp sufficiently, you might get that.
Can I phone a friend? Yo, Gems, he needs to be rubbed.
She said, "Yo, Jims, he needs to be rubbed to get the wish." I told her I grant wishes. No rubbing. I don't need it. You don't get the joke? Oh, you do? It's just not funny. Okay. So,
That must mean you haven't been rubbing her like she needs help to.
no, that is inaccurate. Um, Last question. Is there anyone, and this could be one or a multitude of individuals, is there any one or group of individuals that you envy in the community or in your life? And if so, what are the qualities that you envy and why?
Well, there are many things that I envy in other people, but I guess that's kind of changed or adjusted how it is. That there are so many people who seem to be able to do the whole astral travel thing, man, and I want to, and it's something I've been working on. To be able to like actually remember where I go in meditation would be freaking dope, but um, to actually like I don't know call people out. And I don't. Yeah, see. I would. These are the things that I admire and aspire to of these individuals. I don't. You can call it envy if you want. It kind of does fall in that category, but like Tantra, his ability to hold space is by far unmatched. And his storytelling ability, second to none. Like, I could listen to him tell the stories for hours and hours, and have.
Join me tomorrow. You'll get a lot of stories.
Saul's patience. His patience and his empathy. And then also his drive. It's, again, it's unmatched that I've seen. The amount of times I would have been like, I would already hit the guy. And he's just cool and calm, like nothing happened. Jordan's got a mind that goes and challenges in so many ways. I don't envy that, because that it looks like it's a very difficult thing. People don't admire and respect where he's coming from a lot of the time. It takes a good long time for people to really go back and go, wow, he really did help me, or things like that. And I'm sure that's very true for anybody he encounters. But where his mind goes and the knowledge that he has, that is something that I envy from time to time. And go, damn, I want to know so much more about this, and he's got this connector piece, and I truly envy the way he's able to break down names and numbers and things. And I've been promised many times that I would be taught how to do this, but time has not been kind. T's ability to bring people together in such a way and allow their authenticity to shine. Again, that's just, I'm surrounded by so many people that are worthy of admiration and envy. I've tried to kind of adjust my thinking rather than be envious, because just because I don't have it yet doesn't mean I never will, or it's just something to admire and aspire to. And so when I feel that envy, I try and figure out why I felt it. What about it am I actually just admiring from the person? And, what I still need to work on.
Nice. Beautiful, beautiful. Jordan, how much time do you have left?
I have to go, but I do want to say thank you for inviting me up, Tantra, as always. Thank you, Saul and Alien T and Pika. I will say, Pika, this has been an excellent display of Pikaism, and I am a fan. I am a fan of Pika, and I love you, and I think you're amazing, and you're an absolutely beautiful person, and I cherish you, and you have great value in my life. And I think what you said about everybody was very accurate. I feel the same way. And I agree, Pika. I am an extremely strategic and mindful asshole. And I take great pride in that.
At least he admits it.
And I'll see you later.
All right, my brother. Thank you for being a part of that. I know that you're busy, you have stuff to do, so we will let you go do your thing.
Peace.
Peace. Right. So with Jordan dropping, before we go to AT&T, with Jordan going and he's going to drop, I'm not going to leave that box open. I'm going to bring up someone that will be able to uphold, his charisma and everything. I'm going to bring up, someone that needs to come up here because she has impacted your life as much. And how ironic, she actually sent a request. She sent a request before I could pull her.
I know my place.
How ironic. Seeing that the master is gone, the teacher is gone, let's bring the student. How are you, my dear?
Glorious, love. How are you?
All right, great. So, AT&T, I have a favor to ask before we move on to you. Would you allow Humble to ask a question and say something before we go to you?
As a matter of fact, it's not even my choice to allow. It is definitely the next step here. The divine energy wants to go to Humble, so let's do that.
All right, nice, beautiful. Humble, floor is yours.
Pika, my love, if you could boldly and courageously, with vulnerability, express the one thing that is most important to you, that you need from the collective to serve you best, I would love to hear that. How can we show up better for you?
Awesome question.
You're on mute, babe.
Am I back? I don't
Yep.
know when I muted myself. Anyway, I didn't mute myself. That's intriguing. Honesty and communication. A lot of the times, a lot of the I don't know, issues I've had with people on here, it's always a miscommunication. It's always somebody didn't say an expectation that they had of me, or I don't know, they're just not being honest with either themselves or me. Honest communication is vital and important to me. It's actually being willing to have the hard conversations. If you're pissed at me, I want to know, and I want to know why, and I want to know what I can do to help you get past whatever I've done to piss your ass off, because that's a you problem. But I'll help. When it comes to just having the conversation, having the hard conversations, being raw and vulnerable with each other. Like, you want to be my friend. A lot of people say that they're my friends on here. And whereas I adore many on here, it's the level of vulnerability that I want. I'm not into surface level friendships anymore. That aspect, I'm not gonna come in and talk to you about the weather. Like, I want to know where you're at. I want to know if you're doing all right. I want to know what's going on in your world. Are your kids okay? Are you okay? Like, I want to have meaningful conversations. That's important to me.
Thank you, love. That's great. So it sounds like people showing up honestly with integrity and having open communication and being willing to sit down and have hard conversations with transparency, even when it's challenging, that's the best way that we can serve you better. So with that, what is the gift that's inside of you that you are so excited and desire to bestow upon the collective as you progress, as you move forward? What's that thing that you do that's just so supportive and so helpful to other people that also brings you joy?
Okay then.
Awesome.
I don't know.
Hey, listen. What is it that you do on a consistent basis every day?
Oh, well, I mean, technically we've already talked about that. It's I'm able to see people's potential and help them, like, expand where they're going with it and things like that. Like, that's...
And what about the business aspect of that you help?
I've signed an NDA.
No, I'm not talking about anything like that. I'm talking about that thing that you started out this community doing.
Oh, what, astrology?
Business design, babe. You've been doing business design. All of those things that you have.
Oh, yeah, that.
Yeah, that's something that you want to give the collective in a lot of different ways. And something that creatively helps you in so many ways, because it's been an outlet for you to get those creative juices going. But yeah, that's what I wanted to know.
Yeah, sorry, the list was long. You had to be more specific, apparently, because
Yeah.
it's like astrology or business.
I got to work on my specificity, my equity.
It's all good.
Thank you, love.
But yeah, I enjoy helping people with build their businesses and where they want to take it, and I have the skills to be able to do so. I am swamped at the moment, but where that will go, nobody knows. So.
You're in high demand.
I do be in high demand right now. Tea.
All right, Pika. I need you to. I would love for you to just be you on this one. You know, a lot of great women have been written about throughout history, both actual women or what they call mythology. Which woman that you've read about do you resonate with most, and why?
That's a hard one. I don't know if there's a specific one that I've been like, oh my god, yes. I've had experiences with Lakshmi, for example, where I've literally played out a story of hers. That was cool. Creepy, but also very cool. I've always had an affinity for Joan of Arc. I don't know if that's based on, you know, me growing up in the 90s and she was fairly popular or what, but she's definitely she's been somebody that I understood why she did what she did. There are many deities that certain aspects of them I resonate with. And I know technically Joan's more of a saint, but she is one that I get. I don't know, there's so many that I understand pieces of them, but I still have so much more to learn when it comes to that. I haven't found like the one that's like, yeah, this one, you know?
All right, thank you.
Right. Well, normally this would be the time that I would put my guests on the hot seat, right? And ask you about other content creators or practitioners. But seeing that we have 3 other hosts on the live, I would ask if they have any other questions they would like to ask before I reach that point. So I would shift, and if they have more questions to ask you, they could. And when they had their fill, you will be placed on the hot seat.
I'm not scared of you.
It has nothing to be scared about.
I know I'm poking at you.
All right, so my other 3 hosts, which will be Humble, Saul, and Alien T. If you guys have any more last questions or to ask her before I put her on the hot seat, all right, the floor is yours.
I just have one, and this is really important. I'm not really sure how to put this, but I'm just going to go ahead. Pika, red wine or white wine?
Oh, you're gonna judge me so bad on this.
So
You're
bad.
damn,
I can already feel it. I can
You're
already
you're
feel
damn
it.
right.
Punishment's coming.
Okay, first off, I have a question. Are we including... How do I even ask this? I'm very, very specific on wine. I will drink both. I haven't in a while. I definitely like to cook with it.
No. You're on a desert island. You have to only choose one as a wine that you would have for
Moscato.
the rest of your time. Red or white?
White.
Oh,
I'm
man.
crushed.
See, I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. You're a
Wow,
red winer.
okay.
I knew it.
All right.
I like Moscato. It's good.
Okay, I'm going to work on forgiveness right now. Go ahead, Tantra.
No, as I said, the floor is you guys. I mean, whoever has one or two last questions, ask her before I shift into putting her on the hot seat. So humble, ALNT.
I have one last question. Who's your favorite, Placid or me?
Good question.
Wow.
Or
What? No. It's you're stranded on a desert island. It's Placid or me.
if I'm stranded on a desert island, I'm picking Placid because he's gonna get us off the island. But
Ouch.
if I'm stuck on the island
Yes.
and I have to hang out with somebody, Jamie.
Okay. I am going to sit with this answer that I've gotten that has me confused about everything right now. I'm just going to be in the corner. Don't mind me.
Taurus will get shit done, whereas you're gonna fix whatever wounds happened because I fucked up and tried to get shit done. Does that make more sense?
I'm listening and I'm still processing. Give me time. I need to recover. Placid, I got beef with you now.
Yeah. I'm only good as a functional save person, but she actually would just want to hang out with you. So, okay.
Hey, if I can't be
I
off.
didn't get a choice. I can't have both of you there, so I had to pick. You got your answers based on the parameters.
I need to expand my parameters right now, right here. I need to know.
Let's be real. If there's wine on this freaking island, you clearly didn't like Moscato. So,
That's right. I would be very unhappy. Only
Yeah,
Moscato couldn't do it.
I like Moscato. It's good.
I was watching you think about this as the question came to your head, and you're like, "How do I ask about dessert wine without saying it's a white wine?" I was like, "Oh,
Well, it was. I was actually thinking about Manischewitz, and if that counted as red.
no, that is not red."
Yeah, my husband's like, he's over there, and he's like, no. I'm not really a drinker. My drink is called a white gummy bear, and it has raspberry stoli, peach schnapps, grenadine, and Sprite and or 7-Up. And I'm missing one. What's the other one? Raspberry stoli, peach schnapps. Did I get them all?
Grenadine. It's always been white.
Well, what's the other thing? I'm missing. There's another one. Sweet and sour. I'm wrong. It wasn't grenadine. It was sweet and sour. See, husband.
Tell them Gewürztraminer.
Tell them Gewürztraminer. I don't
It's
even know what-
Gewürztraminer. It's a sweet dessert wine, and it's in a tiny bottle, but it's super, super pungent.
Yep, that's what he wished to bring up. Yeah, I like frou-frou drinks, so
That is as sweet as you'll get in the wine department. Yeah.
I don't drink that one. I'm with the gummy bear.
Yeah.
ALNT.
Do you got anything left?
As a matter of fact, I do not. However, I'm going to give my turn to Mr. Pika and wonder if he would like to comment or ask you a question.
Love. So this live is interviewing me, and Alien T has decided to give you his question. So my guess is they think that you can ask me a question probably better than most. I'm being interviewed or whatever. So.
See, therein lies the problem. I married you, which means I asked you all the important questions I want to know.
He said, I married her. I asked her all the important questions I wanted to know.
All right. So then my question is to Mr. Pika.
Okay.
I know his name. I just don't know if you want to disclose it. So I'm going to call him Mr. Pika. What is the first thing that stood out about Pika when you met her?
Okay, you're now getting asked a question.
Oh, I am.
Yeah,
I'm not the interview.
you have to come over here now.
Ah, come on, guys. I'm so not done up. This is gonna look bastard.
You don't have to.
You should come over here.
Yeah, so you could answer the question.
All right. I am close.
You
So I
do you
don't-
want to like
No,
poke
I-
it? Okay.
I'll just be close.
Okay. T, what was the question?
Yeah. If the very first impact Pika had on you, what quality or what stood out that grabbed your attention first and foremost?
What quality stood out to you most when you first met me?
Brutal honesty.
Brutal honesty.
That's a good
Do
one.
you wish to expand upon this at all?
I mean, it's your live. I would have to, divulge Euclid and all that and tell them backstory. From what I came from, it was very refreshing to have someone not lie every hour or every other day. And it wasn't changing. I knew what to expect. So, brutal honesty in all things.
Did that answer your question, or do I need to parrot it?
No, absolutely. And as a matter of fact, I think that's what most of us see in you as well, first and foremost.
He's cute. Y'all are missing out.
All right. Interesting question. So at this point, my dear, you get to sit on the hot seat. At this where I ask, right, where I will call the names of different content creators, and you tell me what comes to your mind. Right?
Yep.
So, seeing that we ended with Alien T, we'll start with Alien T.
Alien T has been one of my projects. And I'm sorry to say it that way. I see so much in him that he isn't, or not isn't, recognizing. He does recognize it. I don't think he believes that other people will accept it. He has so much in him. And to be honest, it gets stifled. And he's very good at holding that, but there is so much more that he could share and show, and he's just a really beautiful individual. I think that the more people willing to accept him when he gets a little rowdy, the better, because that side of him doesn't get to come out a lot. And it's a really fun one.
All right, cool. Saul.
Saul, fuck, man. What? Yeah, all of the things. I don't know. This man definitely doesn't say everything. But from the moment I met him, I knew I've known him previously, and I didn't know what to do with that. I didn't know what to do with that feeling. It's almost like you love somebody with your whole chest before you even speak to them, and that was a really weird feeling. He is by far my brother, for fuck sure, from I don't know, another lifetime mother or some shit. I wish I understood it. He is someone with such depths, and he only shows the surface. Again, you're asking me about two Tauruses here. Like, they only show what they believe people are willing to take in, and I think that does a disservice to some. But both of their hearts, man, are beautiful, beautiful things. And I love them both.
All right. Jordan.
Pain in ass. But he's one of my favorite pains in the butts, that's for sure. He has been one of my most challenging teachers and greatest friends. Even though his and my friendship is mainly arguments and disagreements, but it's not without the opposite as well. And I think it's a learning process. And he's willing to stick it out and have us actually work on it and work through things, and that's all I ask.
Nice.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. Humble.
She's my sister from another mister. One of my guides that I referred to as Simon decided that she needed to be in my life, and that's been a funny joke that we've kind of had throughout. And we've been in fights, we've been in arguments, but again, the thing I value the most is when people stay and are willing to actually work through problems and actually talk about it and come to resolutions. And she's willing to do that. She's willing to do the work and talk it out, work it out. I do think she's very vastly misunderstood on here, same as me. There is a side of her that she is learning to see the beauty in, and I've gotten to see it many times, and it's a beautiful thing, and I expect it to come out more often, and I'm excited for that. But
Nice.
she's got a good heart too. She just wants to help people.
All right. Beth.
Oh, Father Lord. Beth needs to come out of the fucking shadows.
Yes.
She has so much fucking knowledge. She has such valuable insights. And when she's ready to see her worth and her depth and really let it fucking shine, I can't wait to be, I'm gonna be front row. Front fucking row, let's go. But she's there.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Mads.
Another one that needs to come out of the damn shadows. But again, another family, like you're talking about my family.
Mm-hmm.
All of these people have been my family. Same with Drea. Drea needs to come out of the shadows too. All of these beautiful individuals. Rachel too. Where the hell's she been? Like, all of these vastly wise women who don't think of themselves as worth listening to. It's sad because they're so fucking wise. They've helped me in so many ways that they don't even probably know or acknowledge, or they're just so kind and compassionate. and
All
they
right.
truly see people for who they are.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Oh, there's
Oh,
Sonya
see,
too. Another one, Cassie. Like, look, all of these people. Look,
no,
all of them. All the
I'm
ones
gonna
hiding
get,
in the damn shadows.
I'm gonna get all of them. Okay, well, fine. Send that you call Cassie. Give me Cassie one.
That woman, holy shit. Just give her all your money and she'll tell you everything you want to know about yourself. Like, honestly, like, I could talk to Cassie for hours and hours and hours. And I have, and she's so much fun, and she views the world very similar to like I do. Like, you can see the beauty, you can see the potential of somebody, but she doesn't promote herself ever. And oh my god, like, I've been saving up. There's one thing I want from her so bad. You get like a full thick ass packet, and I want it. And I wouldn't do it justice trying to explain it, but it's like numerology on steroids or something. But
Nice.
she's awesome.
Racial divine.
She's been with me. It's like she's one of the ones who've been with me from the beginning, and she has grown so fucking much, man. Holy shit. I just wish so many beautiful things for that woman. She has helped me as much as she would say I would help her. And when she truly gets to shine is usually some of my favorite things, my favorite experiences, because she just lights up. And again, all of these people, they're my family. And I don't know why, I don't know how, but
Mm-hmm.
she has so much strength and power within her that I think she's really starting to see, and I think it's so beautiful that she is. And I think it's just going to keep growing. Just seeing that.
All right, cool. Robin.
Oh, my twin. She likes to refer to me as a pastry. Robin, again, the potential that is there for her. She has such emotional depths within her that she's desperate to like help anyone and everyone, and she's so powerful. The fun thing for me is that I've been able to be along for the ride and watch the growth process, and even the missteps, and my missteps, and her missteps, and I know that she's going to be there, and I just love her.
All right. Annie.
My fiery little minx who likes to stay in the comments. Yeah, she's been around, and she is so funny. She's one of those that doesn't realize just how well she shields herself,
Mm-hmm.
and then gets mad at others for not recognizing that she shielded herself. And that takes a lot of power, and they don't see it, and it's so much fun. But she's gonna be a powerhouse. The more work she's doing, I've seen her progress. She's doing wonderfully.
Yep, very much true. Very, very, very much true. You're correct. Who am I missing? Is there anyone else am I missing? Who do I? All right. I'm going to split the last person into two. And you got to give your brutal honesty. No holding back. You game?
Yeah, but before you shine the light on, do you you might want to throw in Sonia
Oh hell, my
because
bad. Sorry. My bad. Yep, yep.
Sonia,
Thank you.
Dre, like
All right. So yeah, no, go ahead, go ahead. Take it. In short, okay, let me do it before I swing into that. So give me Sonia, and you got 3 other picks after that. Your 3 picks of people that you would like to acknowledge in this aspect.
Sonia is the one who is the cheerleader from the comments all day, every day. She's gonna be your biggest supporter. At least she's been mine, and we've gotten to go on this healing journey kind of together. She's another sister for sure, or sister as she puts it. She is. I've never felt. She's never made me feel less than. She's never made me feel as if I couldn't do something, and she's one of my biggest cheerleaders, and I adore her, and I would do anything for her. I truly would. And there are so many people who I feel so close to, and it's so weird when you're all across the country. She's learning how to edit videos and things, and expanding her knowledge base, but she's so smart and so wise and so valuable that I can't wait until she's gonna, just shine. Why are you a gremlin right now?
His son is attacking him. He has his son with him.
But why is he a gremlin?
My bad, continue.
Oh my god, it sounded like a little baby Saul.
Yep.
What was
All
that?
right.
Young
That
Saul.
was Saul's son.
Saul's son. He asked him that. He said that, he had him. So I told him that anything happens, whatever, it's all good. So there are many people. There's one who was in the comments. I think her name is Saida of Sophia or something like
That's
that.
Drea.
All right,
So
well, yeah, give it.
Drea's another one. Oh
Mhm.
gosh, she's been with me from pretty close in the beginning, so we've kind of got to watch each other grow. She's so quiet. I wish that she would be more willing to get involved in the conversation. She was on Jordan's live the other day, and I was just listening. Every time that woman speaks, I just want to listen. She's very, very wise and very kind with her approach, and I just adore her.
No.
So I'm gonna pick. I think what I'm on. That's my third. I get to pick another one.
No, that's not your third. Now you could go for your third. You have 3.
Okay.
You have 3. You pick your 3.
Okay. Saint Jem.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't get the acknowledgement or the clout that I think he should. He's been
True.
around since the beginning, and he is very wise. Do I think he needs to maybe get more sleep on occasion? Yes. But overall, he's got some really interesting ways to break things down, and a lot of wisdom there. I do think it needs to be categorized a little better, maybe articulated, and I think with practice it'll come. And I've seen him grow anyway with that, and being more willing to speak up and say. But he's one who's been with me for this journey for a long bit, and I adore him. I'm trying to think who else is all in here.
Yeah, I think Tennille is inside here too. Is Tennille his name? Buddha. Tennille.
Tani's in here? Oh,
Yeah,
I
he's
love
in.
Tani. Oh
Yeah.
my god, he's like one of my favorite people. Can I do Rippled Horizon? That's J-Riz.
Mm-hmm.
Again, J Riz, Lee. These are like liminal tourists. These are the people who stay in the comments, and I've actually never heard their voice, and yet I just love these people. Like, they are hilarious with their words. They want to um they want to get involved, and I hope one day to hear their voice, but they're some of my favorite people. Um and I love Tani. Like, I always go into Tani's lives. He's great. No, I think that was more than 3, but yeah.
Yeah, true. I think Astro is okay. Solo was I think Solo was actually singing for Astro.
Astro and I got beef. Pass.
Yeah. Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough.
If
All
and
right.
when he's ready, I mean, it's not beef on my end. I
No, the
don't
thing is,
want to sit
he
here
came to no,
and
but he came to the live, and he was there and he was active. So I found that to be very appreciative. Right.
look.
So
I really liked Astro. I will tell you this. I really liked him. I honestly don't know what happened there. I really
mhm.
don't. I don't know where that shifted for him. But I won't. Sadly, I won't be around people who talk about me and to me the way that he has.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I
And we
really
will
did
not.
like
We will
him.
not.
So
Right. We will not go further than that. I don't want to. I don't want to cause something, throw something out of proportion, and whatever. So, all right. So the last person would have split into 2, which I get my ego to be filled. Tantra and then Ravi.
Tantra is very wise beyond what the Ravi is willing to accept and see, that they are both in one person and one individual.
Yes.
The stories that he is able to articulate and put it in a way where we all make sense, and there's going to be so much more to him and from him going forward. He's a vast wealth of. He's like an encyclopedia. Like, I need this, let me cross-reference and analyze. Whereas the other counterpart to that would be Ravi.
Mm-hmm.
Ravi has a lot of pain, whereas Tantra, not so much. And Ravi is a hoot and a half, and I can't wait to see what the culmination of both ends up being. And I look forward to it.
You're gonna get it this year. You're gonna get it this year. All right, my dear. So, thank you for all doing all that. And oh hell, if we forgot one person, Miss Lynn, as in Sarah Lynn. We could
Sarah
not.
Lynn, oh man, she's like you with her level of like understanding and expertise, but it's in so many different topic areas. Like, if there's like a technical question, Sarah Lynn's my go-to.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what does this mean? I love her quirky ways that she all her collections, like the dolls are so creepy and they're so much fun, and like she's just funny. I enjoy the fact that when she's articulating one of her knowledge-based things, she just gets all in it, and it's so much fun. It's like a nerd out happens, and it's just joy. It's joy to watch. So I love her.
All right, cool, beautiful. So, my dear, at this point is when I open the live where I shift the grid and I bring the individuals that you have now mentioned. I bring them up for them to give you your flowers and for them to ask you a question that they would like to ask. All right, so I'm going to bring them up.
If you need room, you can drop me, honey.
Not yet, not yet. You're needed. All right, what did I do? What did I do? I need to switch to... All right, this is what I want.
I mean, Demito.
Nope, well, you're going to move. I'm going to send you back.
I feel like I was.
All right, so I'm going to bring up 4 for now, and then I'm going to rotate to bring everybody up. So 1, 2. Let's see who else I can bring. Let's see if the other 2 comes in. Right. Let's see, get 1 more. Because I think Robin might be a little busy. Okay. Okay. All right. Lovely. Beautiful. So at this time, we will allow from Beth, go to Rachel, going down to Jackie, to give Pika her flowers and so forth. When those have give them flowers, you guys, if you have a question you want to ask Pika, we will allow it also. And then I will rotate the boxes to bring up anyone else who would like to come up. Just send the request and I'll bring you up when I rotate in the boxes. So, Beth.
Hi, Pika. I'm not gonna make you cry. You know better than that. But you know how much
Good.
like. Well, I could, yes, but I'm not gonna give Tantra that satisfaction yet.
I've been doing pretty good. I only teared up once so far.
You have. You made me cry. I cried before you cried. But I love you, and I love you because number one, you're like one of the first people that I met on here that actually seen me. And so when you said that with your gift, I was like, you were so spot on, because out of anyone in this world, I know that Pika can see me better than anyone. And she's not scared. And that's one reason why I value her so fucking much, because she is not scared to sit there and call me on my bullshit. And she is not scared to sit there with me and let me work it out. And I can't tell you in our community how much of a, especially for worth and value, like, I can't even express how much that's worth. Honestly, I can't even express how much you have helped me grow, and I have watched you grow, and we have expanded together, and it's just beautiful, and I love you, and I hope that, you know, we get to continue this cycle because this is what you would call a positive cycle. You go and say, like, I love it. You're gonna make me cry again before you. God dang it.
Yeah, you were like, I'm not gonna make her cry. Says a bunch of
God,
sweet
you got
ass shit.
Scorpio coming out hard.
I feel the same.
Wait a minute, somebody dropped. I've got to bring them back. Where are they?
Rachel fell down.
Yep, she's coming back up. All right, Rich, go ahead.
No, I'm not ready yet. I'll go last. I'm to my Taurus moon. And Robin's phone, it glitched. She had to go out of the app, but she needs to come up too.
Yeah, she will. Don't worry, she will. I'll bring her up. All right, Cassie, you're next. Rachel will go last.
Okay. Nika! Oh my gosh. Like, I've seen you change so much since you came around. Like, you were a little bit of a bull in a china shop in the beginning. And but I was here for it because at the end of the day, like, you would say the shit that needed to be said. And even though the delivery might have been a little harsher than people were ready for, it didn't matter because you would say the things that needed to be said and bring up the conversations that needed to be brought up. You know what I'm saying? You had no fear about that. And that's something that, like, I value in a person. There's a couple
Well,
other
there
people
was
on this app.
definitely fear. I want to just be very clear. There was fear regardless. There's always fear.
Not enough to hold you back, though. Like, not enough to
Yeah.
keep you quiet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think that's a
That's the
beautiful
key.
thing. So many of us, we fall into that trap, just the indoctrination, just naturally the way that we're supposed to be in life. And like, children are to be seen and not heard has been a very prominent theme coming up in my shadow work lately. Like, what a detrimental thing to tell to a child. You know what I mean? Like, oh, your feelings and your thoughts and your opinions don't matter, don't speak them. So, like, I think a lot of us have grown up like that, right? So, like, when you see someone that doesn't have enough fear to stop them from saying what needs to be said, there's so much value in that. But, like, for me, like, I was down to ride with Pika the whole way because, yeah, like, there was
I
something
know
about that. There's something about that that's just, man, it's powerful.
there's a reason why you and I don't live in the same state. I'm fully aware of this. We would have gotten in so much
Would
trouble.
need bail money.
hmm
Yeah, because I'm that friend that's gonna co-sign burning it to the ground. Like, you trust and
Like,
believe
let's
I will.
go. We
Like,
ride it
I'm
down.
Yeah, like, let's get it, let's go. Let's not talk about it, let's get up and do it. So yeah, no, I'm not I'm not the best friend when it comes to, like, guys, let's be reasonable. We have cancers for that, right? Like, 'cause that's well, my cancer moon will do it for me every now and then, but not as often as it should have. That didn't really, like, start kicking in a little bit until I was older. But no, you're such a delight to have around. And then, like, the growth has been amazing. Like, just seeing, and like, you're, like Beth was saying, like, you're one of the people that sees me, and it's insurmountable. Like, there's no way to, like, top that or describe that or put a value on that. Especially for those of us that spent most of our life not being seen. You know what I mean? Like, it opens up a place within us that, like, we can share with the world and, like, not be scared of it or fearful of it. And it's because of people like you being willing to tell us, like, hey, get out of the shadow. So, like, you're very much needed, and I'm so glad you're here. And you're definitely family, and you'll just always be that way. And it's just how it is. I love you too, fire. My little fire. Oh,
Jackie.
I love that. Fire. Oh, that's awesome. Pika, my dear, I'm not in your, like, favorite list. We know that. We've had our
I will say you are not on my enemies list, if that makes you feel better.
I know I'm not either. That I know. Because, we've never done anything really to hurt each other. We just had a little,
Not purposefully, at least, yeah.
No, absolutely not. And I've always understood you because you're a very strong, willed woman. And I come from a family that are very strong women and very feisty, and they speak their truth, and they, and they'll say it, right? They're very blunt. So I always understood you. And, I'm a clown. I'm like that little clown character, and I always try to make a joke of everything, and try to, like, try to make things, smooth by just joking. That was my way of dealing with it, and that's the way I've always dealt with, like, things also in my life. And but I do want to tell you, honestly, from the bottom of my heart, this was a very great interview. And for those also who asked the questions, including the host Tantra, great questions, and you answered them sincerely. See, you said you have the gift that you know when somebody lies. And you know what? I have that gift too. I know when somebody's lying. I know when somebody's BSing. And I know today you were being very authentic. I know that today you're Pika. And you have gone through a transition, my darling. You have gone through a transition, a beautiful transition, since the last time I spoke to you. And I want to congratulate you for that, and keep it going, keep learning, keep doing what you're doing, and never lose your faith in yourself. Well, and then this family that we have together, because you know what, there are some days that are not as good as other days, and we may like bitter, we may just go back and forth, but at the end of the day, we're here to support each other as much as we can, and I appreciate that from everybody here in this group. Everybody, we all know each other, and we're no matter what, we're here to support each other. And we're all a family. At the end of the day, we are all a family. And let's treat each other like that, with kindness, respect, and let's be authentic with each other. Let's be real. Thank you so much. Thank you. And Pika,
Thanks, Jackie.
keep it going, baby. Keep it going. And you look so beautiful. Thank you.
My
Rachel.
hair's finally half dry.
Tantra, do we need to make room for Robin?
I'll bring her up when I rotate. So yeah, she will come up.
Okay.
And you're gonna rotate? We're having a party.
Rachel wants to be up with Robin. Make it
She's
happen.
my Taurus moon sister, but I don't even know if she's still in here.
Guys, there's not enough boxes up here for the Pika party.
True.
There isn't.
Also, what about these fuckers? Do they get to
No,
do
I
it
could
too?
I
or
could
like...
drop. It's okay.
I liked when
guys
you
can
were in the
drop it.
middle. Oh, sorry, Jackie. It was like
No.
Brady Bunch when you were in the middle. That was
Right? That's what I was thinking. I'm like,
everybody's around you. I love it. Sorry, Jackie. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No. I was saying I could drop. It's okay. You guys definitely have a much stronger connection with Pika, and I understand that. So I could drop. It's okay.
Girl, you matter too. No, it's like
Yeah. No, thing about it, you have a second part, Jackie, because after
Okay.
Rachel does her flower, give Speaker her flowers, you guys can ask a question if you want. After that part, then I will rotate the boxes, and if anyone else wants to drop to allow others to come, they could.
Okay, boss. It's your call.
All right, thank you. All right, Rachel, floor is yours.
hey, girl. You, you really warmed my heart. Like, even though we don't talk like on the side or outside of TikTok really that much, and I don't see you that often, we did come in at the same time, and we both got on Jordan's live, and you've been watching me, and I've been, watching you, like not like creepy watching, but like, but like I notice the things that you do, and you notice what I do. In March 2023 was like the big one for me too. Like we have that in common, where it was just really figured out that this is there's something else going on here, and you became this player in my game that I never thought that I never knew existed, and you were one of the first people that gave me some confidence by giving me like when I could not speak at all. I still can't really, but I'm trying. It takes some practice. I didn't talk for years, and I was like staring at the ceiling. I only talked to like doctors and immediate family, and I got on here because I wanted to build my confidence. And you recognized when I was growing and when I was making making positive changes. You saw me, and I know other people do. I'm not saying that they don't, but I remember very specific times of you really boosting me up, and you don't even realize when you're saying things that you're talking to yourself. What you see, the beauty in other people, it's in you. It's just that you haven't recognized it yet. You're holding back on that, but when you see it in us, that is what you have in you, and you know you're seeing it, and it's just hard for you to admit it right now, acknowledge that. But
Work in progress is all of us.
yes, exactly. So when you shine so much that when you come into a room, I don't know how you do it. You have like must have some clones, but it's always you, or you are everywhere to everybody's friend. You're a mom, you're an entrepreneur, you're working like side projects. You're always starting like GoFundMe's for people
I need
who
more of me. If anybody has met other Pikas, please send them my way. I'm hiring.
there's nobody there's nobody like Pika. So I mean, you just really, really stand out, and you treat everybody equally. Like you see the goodness in people, and you're always, no matter like what kind of mood or you're in, your core to the core of you is always the same. It always feels like Pika. It always feels like a warm hug to me, at least. And you have this, like, I used to call you the mama bear. You're like protector, but also in a very compassionate way. You see things, you're able to like bring things out in people, like touch something in their soul. And that is, that's a gift. That is a quality that not a lot of people have. And you really see people like on a soul level, and you give them space and time, and you know, you're not like, even the times that you've like scolded me, it didn't sting like hurt that bad. Like
I try not to Scorpio sting anybody really as best I can. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
you don't, well, it's like a sting real quick, but it doesn't linger. It's like you kiss it. You're like, okay, you're good. Kiss my boo boo. But really, you understand that this is like a effort of all of us together, and I know it's I see your efforts in trying to bridge the gap and bring everybody along. I mean, it's hard when we have these like differences. It's hard to sometimes like get across the bridge, but you leave that bridge there. You always leave the bridge for anybody to cross, and you're willing to help anybody. And you do help everybody, and you even do like such thoughtful things when you made that gift for Jordan, and you and you like drew that picture. It's so cute. You're always very thoughtful, and
That was forever ago. Yeah.
yes, you made the Discord and helped with the book and everything. Like you do so much for so many people. Like I would not have the energy. I don't know how you do it. You still manage to stay emotionally stable.
Well, most of the time.
Well, for an Aries, you do.
Yeah, I agree. I
I'll
agree.
give you for that. For an yeah. Okay.
All right, nice. So, from the four of you ladies, if you have a question that you would like to ask speaker, you can do it now. Starting with Beth.
Let's see. If there was one space that you could create in our community that you want to see, that you would think would be beneficial to help with what you want to see happen in our structure, what would it look like?
You're not gonna like my answer.
I probably wouldn't, but that's why I asked, because
I really liked Beth's lives. It was a lovely space.
Yeah, I knew I'd put
Very
myself on the chopping
non-judgmental
block.
space.
I love you.
I love you.
Right.
Before we move on to any other person, I just want to put a 2 cents into this. Beth, I know you've been advocating to be a part of the round table. So this is what. If you want to be, I'm going to put something before you. I want to experience the Beth live before you hit the round table. Because I've heard about it. So I would like to experience that a few times before we get to the round table.
I can do that.
Lovely.
Deal.
Beautiful.
Deal.
Thank you. Deal. All right. And who was next? Rachel, you want to go or you want to read last?
Can't go out of order now. Keep going. I need a minute.
All right, cool. Cassie?
I have no questions. I'm
All right,
just
cool.
taking it all in.
All right, beautiful. Jackie?
I have a question for Cassie. When is she gonna host lives for her vast amount of knowledge? When is that happening?
Yes.
Give me the same question. Everybody. I don't have an exact date, but soon, very soon.
Lovely. We will be looking forward for the notifications.
After the full moon, because I have a Cancer moon and I have some full moon
That's
things.
fair.
And when I release a few more things, I think I'll be ready.
Beautiful.
Bro, I'm feeling this one. I got Chiron.
All right, cool. Jackie?
It's a two-part question, if it's okay.
Yeah, go
I'm
ahead.
having trouble hearing. Is she far away for you?
I don't know.
Can you hear me?
Oh, that's better. Go ahead.
Oh, it's my headset. Yeah, these freaking Apple headsets, they don't last, and they're so expensive. My dear, when you were a child, an adolescent, what did you want to be when you grew up? What was it that you wanted to be when you grew up?
I had two things. The first one was a vet. I wanted to be a veterinarian. And then I found out that we would also have to put them down, and so I immediately scrapped that idea because I could never. Even though now I probably could see myself if it was necessary, but the other one was I wanted to be a fashion designer. Every time I went out into the malls and things, there would never be any of the clothes that I would want to wear, and so I thought I would have to create my own clothing at some point.
And did you create it? Did you tear it apart? Remember that movie, Pink? What was that movie?
No,
She
I
made her
never.
dress for the prom.
I did
No?
not. I've made T-shirts, but that's pretty much the extent. I don't have enough
Okay.
space to really get into it, even though I still want to. I wanna learn how to sew and
Well, that's actually my
things like
next
that. So
that goes into my next question. What do you see yourself doing in, let's say, the way things are going right now are going so quickly? I would usually say 5 years. What do you see yourself doing in 3 years? What do you see yourself
running an
accomplishing?
empire, or at least being the creative director of one.
A company, a corporation.
Mhm.
That's good.
One that's built actually correct,
That's
or the
good.
way it should be, maybe. I don't know.
But an empire based on computer design, what would it be? If it's or you don't have to
Helping
answer that, huh?
helping the world, one little seed at a time.
Humanitarian, yeah. And what drives you, Pika? What is it that drives you?
Spite.
What is it that every day makes you wake up? And aside from
Spite
your
and
kids,
coffee.
spite and coffee, spite. See, that's something you would say. That is definitely something you would say. Oh my God, that's Pika. Spite, spite and
Yep.
coffee.
That's
Okay.
my driving force. The people who thought I couldn't do and wouldn't do spite.
Yeah.
Right.
I wouldn't.
Jackie.
Yep. That's it. I'm done. Yep. Thank you.
Yeah. All right, Rachel.
I couldn't hit the mic. All right, I think you're kind of lying to yourself with that spite thing, but you
Well,
can
it's more
use
like the people who don't think I can. I kind of use that to fuel sometimes. More what I mean.
Yeah, I get that, but they have no power over you.
But definitely coffee. 'Cause we still
Coffee.
need coffee.
Sometimes it's spite. Sometimes.
Motivating factor. But deep down though, it's love. I do have a question for you.
Different versions.
So when if Pika at the age of 13 came knocking on your door crying, and what would you have to say to her? What would be your words of wisdom and compassion and love for her?
I probably the advice I would give to the younger versions of me would be to let go of all those viewpoints of everybody else and just be the weirdo. It's okay. Just do it. Like,
All right. I wanted to be more specific though. Like, can you do 8-year-old Pika and then 13-year-old Pika?
8-year-old Pika would be, it wasn't your fault. They don't know what happened. Seeing the bigger picture type of views, I guess. Knowing what I know now. And just seeing if 8-year-old me could even understand what that would be. Like, it wasn't your fault. It had nothing to do with you. The things that came from that should have been red flags to people, and it wasn't their fault they didn't see it or do anything about it. It's not your fault that your family has a shit ton of issues they're not willing to look at yet. And then 13-year-old me, don't change who you are to fit the narrative.
I love that. I think they would be very appreciative of that. One more. Can I ask one more question?
Go ahead.
What does love mean to you? What is the meaning of love?
Everything. It's literally everything. The good, the bad, the ugly, the horrible things that happen. It's all versions of love. Everything is love to me. And I know a lot of people will say, certain aspects, but I've come to find out that, at least for myself, I never didn't love myself. I never did something to hate myself purposefully. When you think back to all of those things that you've done and, oh, I wish I would have done something different, in that moment, you were doing exactly what you thought needed to happen. It wasn't something less. Now, I do think that I've learned to love myself better in a way where I can feel it more from others. But it's never not been love. I've never, ever not loved me. Finally, I got to see her face. I wondered if I would get to.
I forgot to turn my mic on. I did my hair for you and everything. I put makeup on.
I was gonna like actually do it, but I swear he calls me. I'm naked in front of the shower. He's like, "You ready?" And I'm like, "You said 8."
Oh
Yeah,
my
it was the whole
gosh.
thing.
Yeah, we were all here for like 40 minutes and
I swear he told me 8 Eastern.
Which would have been my time, not yours. But it
I
does
have 8
happen.
Eastern.
you
I'm,
got
I don't know what Eastern you got, but it's messed
I'm
up.
one, but I'm 1 hour ahead. So 8 to
It's
me is
fine.
7 to you.
I had no idea. I thought we were on the same time.
From March, we will be on the same time.
He's Central Time.
I get confused by that all the time. Ravi, why don't you start calling it like 8?
Oh, you don't
Caribbean.
have. Oh, he doesn't have daylight savings or whatever. That's the difference, huh?
Yeah, he's Central. Central.
He's
Central is
Eastern.
1 hour. No, we're. Oh wait.
This is
Yeah.
an
yeah,
hour
oh,
ahead.
He just doesn't. He doesn't have daylight
Yeah,
savings.
you're right. You're right. He's
Yeah.
yep. Yeah, he doesn't have hours.
Oh,
Which
okay.
it sucks. They should change that. I hope they change
Yeah, I didn't know that.
that. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Any hooser.
until
Well,
March,
sorry,
I'll be 1 hour ahead. And then from March go up, I'm at the same time until after Halloween. All right. Cool. Lovely. So at this point, I will drop. I'm going to retake the boxing because there are other individuals who want to come up, right? Like
Sandra,
Robin.
can I just say one thing?
Go ahead.
It's really quick, just a few seconds. When I was talking to Pika about the spite and the coffee, I didn't mean spite in a negative way. I understood her
Oh,
when
I
you
did.
said, yeah. No, I know you didn't. I know
Okay
you didn't.
then.
Spite is, when you said spite, you meant, you go out there in the world, you prove people wrong, that you are the warrior and you're doing the right thing and you are a fighter. That's what I meant. Okay?
All right. Cool.
And I know that's what you meant.
Even if it was the other way around, yeah, I was okay with it.
If it was the other way around,
Yeah, if it was the other word, okay, cool.
yeah, we'll be 2 warriors or 3.
All right. So at this point, I would ask who can drop. Let me drop you so I could bring up the others to give Pika her flowers.
Yeah, you could drop.
What
you could
about
drop
these
me.
fuckers?
Yeah, you could drop me.
Humble did give up her spot.
Yeah.
But I didn't. They didn't do the
I want
flower.
to hear Alien Tea and Placid and Humble's.
I want to hear
flower.
some.
My flowers are wilting here. Ravi.
Yeah, I want to hear their flowers.
Okay, fine. I wasn't really going to drop the host and them. The host and them was staying on. The host would have been to the end. But all right.
No, that's fine. I can wait as long as I don't get dropped without.
No, you're not going to drop. That's it. The host and
Gotta get
them was not
flowers.
going to get dropped. The host was going to say the last 4 boxes was going to rotate.
I've
That's
got
why
money
when
on
Humble-
something that's going to make one of us cry. So I got to stay to the end. I'll be in the comments.
Yeah,
that's
so
fine.
those-
That's
My
fine.
money's on
But I
fall.
thank you, the 4 that came up. All right, I will drop you 4 and bring up another 4.
Bye, love you.
Hey, I'll see you.
Love your
Bye.
dress,
I
Pika.
love you.
That
Oh,
dress
it's
is
just a
awesome.
shirt. It's
Oh,
a
really?
shirt.
I thought it was
Oh.
a dress. Anyway.
Yeah.
fine.
No, I love this one.
Gorgeous, darling.
Bye.
Lovely. Let's bring up some others.
Yay, Matt. Yay, Robin.
Hi, Twinkie.
Hey, yo. Hey, Jenny.
finally got here. I finally get to see your face.
All right, one more. Let's see who I could bring again.
Can I just make a request to go last, please?
I wanted to go last.
I will let the guest choose that. Give that answer. I would not. I will okay whatever the guest goes with.
I will, yeah, just go in the order, I guess, that we're in. So that's fine.
All right, I'm bringing up one more if she accepts. It's supposed to be Annie, but I'm not seeing her coming up.
Sonia.
Bring up Sonia if she is able. Sonia
Oh.
could too.
Yeah, I'll pull her up. Yeah, I can pull her up. Where is she? Ah.
Talk about a family panel, man.
He was just texting the same thing.
And he's naked listening.
Okay then. Right here.
She says she's in the shower. She's naked.
Okay. All right, no scene. So, let's start from Mads, and we will go across.
Okay. I don't know why I'm so nervous right now, but I'm grounded at the moment. If y'all heard my exhale just now, like, all right.
Hey, look, there's my aunt. Hi, Allison.
Hi, Auntie.
Oh, she's my cousin technically, but she anyway. It's the whole thing.
Well, what's up, guys? Okay, Pika. So, everything that everyone has said is just a confirmation for the way that I feel about you. And the amount of space that you hold for every individual that I'm going to cry. Hold up. I don't want to cry. It's that new moon. It's that full moon that's about to come up, and I'm tripping right now. So it amazes me the amount of space that you can hold within your heart for every individual that you come in contact with. It is something so admirable that comes so infrequently that it is something to be in awe with, personally speaking, from the first time that we met. So I had a friend recently explain it in such a way that made so much sense for the way that I feel about you. She told me that she felt like I just met her maybe a year ago, and she felt that I had always been there. I was just a character that was not unlocked yet. So I have always been in her story, but she just recently was able to unlock me. And that is how I felt about you and feel about you to this day. From the first time that I heard you speak, like, this girl's been with me this whole time. And like, hey, again, like, sister, I love you. And you are solely probably the reason why, I mean, everybody that has been in this community has touched me in one way or another. But with you, you're just like that constant that I think a lot of people can relate to, as far as being that support system. And I know you hate being called Mama Pika, but yeah, Mama Pika, I apologize, but that's it. That's you. And if the shoe fits, wear them. And there's been the way that I have been able to resonate with you, going through my journey, going through our journey as a collective. There are always times whenever we feel so alone, and it's that moment where, of course, you're not the only person that goes through this. Like, what, you think that you're special or something? But we all have that moment. And within a very fragile time, unstable time, you gave me hope with the words that you speak and the things that you're willing to be vulnerable with and share. And I was like, dude, like, okay, I can do this. Like, if she can do this, I can do this, and so on and so forth. And I know that that's been a way that we can anchor within each other. And you are, hang on, let me get this here. You are that person that comes into the room and brightens everything up, even whenever you are causing some sort of discord. Whenever you come in to fuck shit up, it is the most beautiful chaos that I have ever experienced. And I haven't had the pleasure of having a downright, like, fight in the dojo with you. Maybe that can happen at some point in time. But oh yeah, you're betting on it, I'm sure. With you, hang on, let me hold up. Okay. Hey. However, with the way that you bring up, the way that you call people out, the way that you've called me out, it has such a flourishing thing. It's like you plant that seed of like, fuck around and find out, but it's within growth. Like, you give it nutrition and you give it some substance to where you give space in order, one, to hear out for the brutal truth, but also, have that opening for somebody. You don't attack downright. And that's something, again, that is just so special and important within your path and the journey that you're going on, where you are sitting within your space, holding that space. It's the calls that have always come through, you answer. Whether you don't want to answer the phone, you do it. And again, it's the only thing that comes to mind is admirable, transparent, and authentic throughout this journey. Throughout this time that I've known you, you have stayed to your core within that authenticity. And that is also very rare, because ego be egoing sometimes. And I just appreciate you within everything that you are. And I love you so much. So much. Let's just hold up. Let me get it right. There we go. That's all I have right now. So I will let somebody go next.
Can't believe I
Robin.
held it together through that one. I did it though. I did it.
Oh my. Okay. Hi, my Twinkie. Hi. I love your whole face so very much. Can you guys hear me okay? Because I have earbuds in right now. Okay. My Pika. Whew. I was actually writing a poem for you, but I just haven't finished it yet. It's that, you know what I mean, that makes everything so much better. I really don't even know how to even start when it comes to you and like what you've done for me, like, because there's been moments that you've been my strength, you've been my guiding light, you've been my voice, you've been my rock, you've been my lawyer person, whatever, you know what I mean. In the moments, you've been the light at the end of the tunnel for me, and most of all, you've been like my reflection, the deepest parts that I never thought I would be able to see. You've even been my travel agent, because we've fucked around and find out. Like, and you've been an inspiration most of all, in the fact of like, you've shown me that I can. There's not ever been anything that I've asked or like said or like had an idea of that you have not been like, well, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's just fucking do it. And I know you don't give yourself like enough credit when it comes to like, you can do all of those things too, and it's needed, and you have so much of an impact on this community. Like, even when, as people say, like, you come in and you fuck around and find out, or you're just like, what, let's get ludicrous right now. Like, if you want to go there about it, we'll do some ludicrisms. Who cares? I mean, like, who could come up with some shit like that? Pika. She knows how to like lighten the mood. She also knows how to make it be serious, and she knows how to freaking get the control when it needs to be under control. She's the biggest cheerleader for every freaking person that I've ever seen her come into contact with. It doesn't matter if they've rubbed her the wrong way or nothing. She's not the one to sit there and tell anybody that they can't or they shouldn't or that they don't. I just want to see you give yourself that credit too, because you are so beautiful inside and out.
Y'all are kind of forcing that part.
I can't see you not in my life like forever now. Like, you're stuck. We're stuck. We've had lifetimes together. That's why I call you my Twinkie. Just so you guys know, it's because we had a past life together as twins. Okay, that's why I call her Twinkie. So that's what it is. I don't eat Twinkies. I don't even really like Twinkies in that aspect. But I love this one. Yeah. You are a necessity to life. Like, seriously, if you don't have Pika, then you're not experiencing what true life can be. If you've never had the conversations with her one-on-one, if she's never taken you on a deep dive within yourself, then you've not experienced what this spiritual journey truly has to offer or is about, because she will show you things and uncover things that you never even knew were possible or even there. And I'm forever grateful.
Okay, Jenny.
Let me turn on the camera here for this.
I'm damn shocked I haven't cried yet. I'm trying to figure out how this is possible. I feel like people are supporting this process just to spite Tantra, and whoever is, you're much appreciated, because yeah.
Let's see if I can make Pika cry. No. Okay. So when I first came on here, there was one voice that was the fucking loudest. And it was you. And I vividly remember me coming up on a live and you saying, "Welcome to the fucking family." And it's a little different with us because you are Cherry. You are like a fellow fucking Lane. So there's a very real, like, people say they're my soul family all the time and all this stuff, but like I could go into my family tree and I could probably find you. So as much as we may be opposite poles of the magnet sometimes, you are a reflection of the aspects of me that I still am working on. And as much as I'm always like, yo, don't bring chaos into the matter or whatever, I understand that it is completely and utterly necessary. And when I come on here and I see that you are on a live, I go and I listen to you. And and as much as it may not be something that sometimes I don't want to listen to. It's what is needed from this lane, from that lane. And man, sister, brother, whatever the fuck it is, I know we have traversed this this earth many a times together, and I hope we have the opportunity to like to get to know each other more, because you bring out aspects of me that I hope to see in this world. And I really hope, and this is the reoccurring theme, I really hope that you give to yourself what you give to all of us, because it's very evident and very apparent how much you are loved and how much you are appreciated and how much your voice matters to all of us, and also this fellow Lane. I love you, sister.
I love you back. I will say one thing that you have done for me is the push to the writing, man. That whole thing attributed and starred, and Jenny did it. It's Jenny's fault.
I'm your Earth Simon. I'm your Earth Simon. I'm your Jaimin. I'm your Jaimin Lane.
I've actually even started, unbeknownst to many, I don't think I've told anybody yet. I've started blogging-ish behind the scenes.
Where?
I haven't published it yet. Okay, baby steps. Baby steps. But I have started, and it's because of you. So thank you.
Man, like, isn't this what like this whole fucking thing is about? Like, just inspiring each other, and like Robin said, just being like the cheerleaders to each other, because a lot of us like really didn't fucking have that, you know, like we didn't have the cheerleaders, and you, that's what I personally need. I personally need the cheerleaders. I don't have my father, who was the cheerleader so much in my life, anymore. So just like hearing other people say like, I believe in you, like I have faith in you.
Jenny writing prompt lives, that would be lovely.
Oh my god,
that'd be so much fun.
that would make you so, that would just enlighten the like teacher heart in me. Like I cannot stop thinking about that story that you read and that one poetry live of like the woman in the dress. Oh my god, I want to hear that. I want to read that. I want to reread it. And all that shit.
Yeah, I will post that. That'll be one of the first things that I put out, so you can have it. I don't know where to go with it. It just kind of was a dream, and so I just wrote it out. You know, like I felt like I had to.
And like the beauty of life, we can wake up from the dream and fall asleep and then continue the dream. But we need the help, and we need the support, and we need somebody else to say, you know what, I have faith in you, and I trust you, and I look forward to hearing you speak and hearing what you've discovered to share with us, because it means a lot to me, at least. And I really want to hear more of you and more of your evolvement. And don't sweat too much about the enlightenment part. You're already there. You're already there.
Sometimes the enlightenment is realizing that you flipped the switch a long time ago.
Yeah, and sometimes it's just a part of the play to realize that you don't know. It's just the
But I got cool lights. You're like
I
enlightenment.
know. I'm hypnotized by your lights. Okay, I'm gonna stop talking. Cherry Lane, I love you. I was trying to keep this short and sweet. That's all I was gonna say. Cherry Lane, I love you. Thank you. But as always, I rambled on. Thank you.
Tis be my turn, Charlotte? Yes. Okay, I hope y'all ready because I'm going down this little roller coaster, whirlwind, bringing in the shape shifting. Okay, so first off, the ball. Pika is my big dog. Okay, in my reality, she's my big dog. If she's Harley Quinn, I am Poison Ivy. I don't care what y'all say. I'm just kidding. Okay, no, but seriously, um, if you guys don't know, Pika is the first person that came to me in a dream. So we were already playing, just in the other planes, already reconnecting, and since she came into Universal's live, she was sparking fires in everyone's little bubble, not realizing that she's the one that came down in a bubble, dog. In her own bubble. And Pika, I'm sorry, I don't mean to speak. I'm sorry, but all of a sudden I'm getting nervous. Who is this?
But she came
Pika.
down in a bubble, bro.
Yes, we go back to that all the time. We pull that one out. You're the person that I know that will catch the tune with me. You're the person that I know that will finish the quote, finish the sound. You know, the one that despite of anyone offering, hey, my doors are open, I know for a fact you have your door open. You have cookies on the table. You have hot chocolate, coffee, tea, whatever it is, you have it there, ready for us to enjoy, to sit down with a cozy seat and some pillows or a stuffed animal, whatever, a blankie. You got that. Someone had touched on that earlier regarding this motherly thing that you have about you. I don't see it as a motherly thing. Like I said, I see it more as a sister, as a best friend, as someone that you're all that everyone was hoping to find at some point in time. And I'm glad that we connected at this point in time and that you are exactly the way you are, because at every point in time, Pika, you are my inspiration. And I know I've told you this before. You are what I aspire to be when it comes to that fire, to that flame, to that passion, to that you get me, that and it's just even the soft moments, because I get so caught up in wanting to be out there and wanting to show up and show my light, how I see it in you, that sometimes it's easy for me to forget and miss the softness of you. And I get to see you do that, and it reminds me that I can be that too. I don't just have to shoot out to be this fiery thing that I'm supposed to be and show up and roar, but it's okay for me to be calm, collected, and cool. And yeah. I love you, Pika. We talked today, and we stay connected more than anyone that I know. You know more than anyone that in order to connect with me, you got to come at me one-on-one. If not, it's, hey, how you doing? No, nothing against that, but you've known more than anyone that how to approach and how, like others have said, see how to come to that point of knowing how to meet somebody. And I am just grateful for you.
Okay, sis.
Yeah.
I want to know what she's watching.
It's Bluey.
Yeah, but why does Bluey sound like he's like... there's this one guy I'm thinking of. It's the guy who's like on Lie to Me, or he's like Ricky Gervais or something. Sounds like that. Anyway.
All right, cool. So, you four ladies, if you have a question you would like to ask speaker, you can ask it now.
Are we going in order or?
Yeah, we're gonna start with Mads.
Oh, okay. Are you available later?
Probably.
Do you want to go on a date? What are
I love
we?
our evening dates.
Yeah, I whenever I'm in the bathtub and
It's always, yeah, you're always in your office.
oh yes, like step into my office and 3 hours later it's yeah. So that and what are we?
I have no idea, but I'm pretty sure we did it in a past life for fuck sure. Had to have. It just gets too flirtatious.
I mean, right? That's like, I mean, the dreams that I have about you as well, and that's like that. Yeah, something to. I am honored to have those freaky dreams, and it is what it is. I'm here for it. I accept it, and yeah, I love you, and from the bottom of my heart, everything that has been said on this panel, I there's no illusion within it, and that's also what I appreciate. You know, we're talking earlier about you know, being able to clock those liars, being able to feel that within the solar plexus, and there has been nothing but authenticity and honesty within this space. So thank you for that, for everybody that has been on here, and thank you, Tantra, for holding the space so that we can glorify Pika.
Not a problem.
Have that appreciation, yeah. So that's all I have for now.
Nice.
So, hi again. My question is going to be, it's gonna go like, yeah. So, what would be your number one biggest challenging moment of discovery of yourself? And how did you get through it? And then what would be the opposite of that? And how did you get, like, do that stuff?
Can it be a person?
Self. It has to be yourself. I want to talk about the Pika.
Doubt. And that's a work in progress. Doubt's definitely been a big struggle, especially past few months. Doubting self and if I can do something, or, you know, things like that. I would just, there's a lot. I question certain things about myself a lot, just like all of you do. But it's, sometimes it's just, even though you fucking doubt it, just do it anyway. Just fucking do it anyway and see what happens. And I think there was also a lot of fear behind what would happen if it did work out, and whether or not I was actually worthy of it. There's a lot of that. But you wanna see if you worth it, make some friends on damn TikTok. They won't let you get away with it. Pretty much, like, people I found on here have helped me really see me, and even though I still do have doubts, it's, you know, there's so much less infrequent, and like, I got cheerleaders. I do, you know. So fuck it. Let's see what happens. Fuck around and find out time, right?
Right. And then, so what was your best thing? Like the best moment that you've, like,
best moment I've had?
Or like the best thing, your best discovery moment of yourself?
Probably the part where I never didn't not love myself. Realizing that all along I did. love me. Because I told myself for a long time that I didn't love me and things like that, but I never have it. Um, that was a really big, pivotal shift moment for me, I think. It was a pretty big one.
And then I have one more question, if possible. So when you are helping people, like during lives or even off lives, and like for example, when you were like helping me when I was at my mom's, and you're like, wait a minute, whose energy? Can we not carry this? Like, can we let this go, please? Like, no. Is that like, for you, is that channeled, or is that something that you're still kind of getting used to, or is it just like an automatic, like you just kind of go there, kind of thing?
It depends. It depends on the person. When it's like your energy and stuff, I can tell what's yours and what's not yours. It's like, that feels weird. Like, I don't know. It's like a feeling. The directions and what the hell comes out of my mouth, who knows? Maybe it is channeled. I don't know. But there's some times where I'm like, damn, that was wise as fuck. That came out of my mouth. So, you know, I that's what I kind of look at when it's channeled or whatever. Like, I'm like, did I really just say that? That was deep as shit. Okay. But for me, it's just a feeling. Like, I feel it. I feel it in my body. Like, I can feel like, this doesn't feel like you. Like, off. Like, get it off. Or like, I don't know.
Right. I hear you. And I think that's all my questions for now. So, I love your whole face completely. And
Love your whole face.
yeah, for someone who has never really known how to receive love or whatever, like, you sure know how to show people what it truly means to be loved and supported.
I will force my love upon you. Accept it.
But you no, truly, and you, the connection and the compassion and the genuine acceptance without judgment for others is incredible. And I'm so here for it, and I'm so glad that I have lived a past life with you, and I'm glad that I found you, and that I never, like, we're never gonna let go, so it's okay.
Exactly, Cass. You get it. Jenna, you got any questions?
A Tantra child. Thank you for allowing me up and for allowing the space for Pika to receive all of this love. Okay, so straight Aries to Aries, burning off all the bullshit. How is Pika, the human being?
Pika the human, or Ashton the human.
I love that name, by the way. Ashton
is
to
still
Ashton.
learning to find the balance.
Where are you?
And probably
off
could use
balance?
food at some point.
Blood
I had
sugar.
some snacks earlier. It's not like I haven't eaten all day, but yeah.
Maybe not in this moment, but I'm pretty sure that you are aware of where you have cracks that may be causing you an off balance.
Mm-hmm.
Now, how is that being?
Such is life. You're always gonna have cracks. It's accepting the cracks that you have, and then we're supposed to pour the gold or some shit, and then you get the cool thing.
Consogate.
It's like,
But you're okay? I haven't heard you in a while.
taking some me time. Like I stepped away for a good bit, and I've been so busy with these projects that I've been working on, and they just they give my heart like a lot of joy, and I'm having
I
fun.
don't even know what you're doing. What are your projects that bring
not
you joy?
allowed to say.
Why? Let
I
us share
signed a
your
thingy.
joy.
I signed a thingy. It will be clear though, I promise. At some point.
Right on, right on. Let us
But
share
I
in the
have.
joy
I've
at some point.
been working with, amazing people and doing something that really just, I don't know. Eventually it's
Enlightens
going to
you?
just, it lights me all the way up.
Right on, sister. Right on. That's what I like to hear. Like, but you have a voice. You have a voice. I know that there is time for input time, and I heart stand that. I do the same thing.
Do be
but
winter,
you have a voice. You have a voice that and a heart that enlightens us all. So please keep sharing your light, sister.
Tonya.
Hello again.
Here.
Hello. Okay, so Sandra, same thing. Thank you for letting me up. I know me and you don't talk very much, but I am grateful for you letting me up.
Not a problem.
Pika, my question for you is, what would be your theme song following you around right now if you could have one?
I have zero idea why the first song that entered my head was "Oops, I Did It Again." Fucking why? I don't know where that came from. No, there's this one that I've vibed with for a good bit, and it's called Haters. And it's one of those songs that when you listen to it, it just pumps you up, like the haters keep on hating anyway. Like it gives you that like pump up fuel. So like it's like one of my favorite ones. I have zero idea why the Britney Spears song came in my head at that point. I don't even like Britney Spears.
Okay. Do you know who that song is by, the Haters one?
No, but I can get it for you. I don't remember what it is offhand, but I'll send it to you.
Okay. All right. And you'll always have me in your corner saying, "Go, little rock star." But yeah.
I'm back at
Love
you.
you, Pika.
Love you too. Leo. 1 second. My cat's trying to steal my lighter. Mine. Okay. I'm back.
All right, cool. Very much. Are you game for 4 more individuals to come? Because I don't want to keep you
It's getting
from.
kind of late for our hosts, don't you think?
No, that kind of thing. So that's it. You control that. So if I know they have stuff to go and do too. So your call. If you don't want to get the other 4 come up, I will let the host say their last, give you your flowers, and you get to close
There
the
are
live.
4 other ones? Okay.
No. Well, whoever wanted to come up. But if I understand where this is concerned. So, okay, let me make a decision here. I know a lot of people wanted to come up, but, my hosts and them who have been generous to give up their time have stuff to do. I know Alien T has stuff to do. Humble, so I know Pika, you yourself have stuff. You're a wife. You're a mom. You have stuff to do. So I don't want to keep you, and you have given a lot of your time this far. So at this point, I would let my hosts and them give you your flowers. I will go last after them, and then you will close the live, my dear. So we'll start with Saul. if his son hasn't taken the phone. You're mute.
You gotta bring it off mute, my guy.
Hello.
Yep.
Oh my gosh. Let me put it like this. Tika, ti apprezzo tantissimo. I appreciate you so much. Perché hai un bel cuore. Because you have a beautiful heart. Un bel cuore è come un sole. A beautiful heart is like the sun. Porta la vita all'anima degli altri. It brings joy. It brings life to the soul of others. Porti gioia, luce, pace, il mio cuore. You bring light and joy and peace to my heart. And I appreciate that so much. I appreciate the truth that comes from you, the truth of who you are. And I know that what you have offered to me in terms of your love, soul, life is more than what others will know. But I know it. And I'm extraordinarily grateful for it. And I thank you. And I love you so much.
Back at you.
Damn. Humble.
Plus, get out of here now.
That's a hard thing the arc is real hard to beat it. Wait, that real hard.
Hey, for all you guys know, he might have just called me an asshole in Latin. You don't know.
Oh no. The soul of it was all there.
I'm kidding.
I understood every word. He didn't. Okay.
I was kidding.
So, Pika, I could tell you about all of your attributes and I could tell you who you are, but I think it would serve you better to tell you my experience of your soul. It has been my experience that every room that you enter, every person that you touch, you bring a spark of joy into their life. That is priceless. In a world so dark and so dismal, 90% of the time, you are the light in the room. You're the light that re-sparks their hearts, and there is a playfulness about you that most have lost. There is a childlike awe and wonder in your eyes and the things that you find joy in that inspires many to find it within themselves. And that is a hard thing to find. My experience of you has been that of curiosity and just do it. Stop worrying about what's going to happen on the other side. And that's rare. So thank you for the experience of your soul, because I treasure that more than anything, love.
Humble got the tear up.
Yep, that was deep.
I
AT.
am the champion! Yes!
All right, AT, you're next.
Hey, Pika.
Sup?
What's up? Well, I'm going to say this from my chest, from my heart. And first, let me say, Tantra Child, this concept of yours, my friend, is needed. It's appreciated. And, you know, to Pika, I will say, tell me who your friends are, and I will tell you who you are. It's a Spanish proverb, I believe. And you can tell from the people that have shown up tonight that you are so much appreciated by so many gifted people. And that's because you are so gifted yourself. You know, I've met a lot of people here on this app, and I just have to say that having met you has inspired me to continue on. And that's because, you know, someone asked you, who I believe it was Jen, he asked about, do you envy anyone? I think all of us envy you. And I also want to say that, you know, let me say this right. I believe I asked you a question and you answered. The question was, I can't remember the question. But here's what I want to say. Bottom line, if we don't respond to your guidance, and I'm speaking, this is not even Alien T, this is the power cord talking here. All right? If we don't always respond to it, doesn't mean we don't see you or hear you or receive it. And you are very wise. You are very gifted. You have the biggest heart that I don't know anyone else who can be so much to so many people. And I just want to say I appreciate you, and I'm so glad having met you here. I love you.
Damn. I feel like Humble and Alien T were helping me not cry and then took it away. I'm just throwing that out there because, like, he got me to tear up too. So
Cool. Let's see if I could more or less make it trickle, make it happen. Pika, my love, you are my sister. You are my friend. You have been there to encourage me when I knew nothing of TikTok. You were there to enlighten me, educate me. And you were also there to tell me you're fucking up, right? And I appreciate that aspect. You have been there at my lowest point, and you have seen me excel to where I am now. This concept that I hold that everybody has come to cherish and love and adore. You are part of the foundation of it. And I love you for that, my dear. You know, you said that you have always been fascinated with Lakshmi. And for me, my dear, you are a Lakshmi. You have brought wealth and prosperity in our lives in everything that you do and everything that you say. When you leave, when you come into our lives, you bring light, you bring love. And when you leave us with that aspect of confidence, you leave us with that aspect of reassurance. You give us that love that we never knew that we needed, but yet it was more than we could ever ask for. As much you have suffered pain, agony, emotionally, physically, and spiritually, you have always been there for us. And never once did you bitch, never once did you complain. Well, okay, yeah, you did that sometimes, but you never, you never more or less relinquish your affections. You never, say, well, I'm not going to give my all. You have always been there. You have been so brutally honest with all of us that we looked into ourselves to realize that you spoke truth. Your love for us is more than we could ever ask for. And it is all that we need in this world right now. If we had more of you, we would be in a better place, my dear. I know this year is a new year. I do not know what it holds for me, and I don't really care. To a point, it will be what it will be. But for you, my dear sister, I want every single wish that you want. You said you want space, you want that home. I want that for you more than anything. To have that space for you, your kids, your loved ones, everything, to be able to accept yourself more than you are. Let everything you said you would like to travel, may that be a reality in your life also. Let my mother Lakshmi, that I worship and adore, that when I look at her, I see you, and when I look at you, I see her. Let she bring all of that into your life, into your family, into your pets, everyone. And may you always be that light in our life, and may you never dim, my dear one. I love you, my dear sister.
I love you too, you pain in the ass.
Yep.
Did you see it? It was so cute.
Yep, I saw it. I saw it. I saw it. So this at this point, my dear, you, like everyone else, will get to end the live with your last comments and your thanks, whatever you have to say.
Oh man, I feel really, I don't even know what the word is for this feeling. Loved for sure, but humbled and seen and cared for, and I'm gonna make my damn self cry. I've never been around so many people so willing to be as kind as all of you guys are. To put your heart and souls out there and to actually want for more for another. And I'm so honored to know all of you. Truly, you've helped me so much on my path, my journey, whatever this is, and truly helped me see me as well. Especially when I go into the dark spaces, one of y'all come in and be like, "Let's go, bitch." I didn't know how I would feel. I was kind of nervous for this live because I was like, I don't even know what would be said and things like that, but y'all delivered for fuck sure. Holy shit. Honored, humbled, loved. Whatever combo that makes, that's what I feel, and I'm grateful for all of you. Damn, I made myself cry worse than you all. Does that mean I win?
Yeah,
Yes,
I'm pretty sure
yes,
that you
yeah,
did.
yeah. You win, you win, you win, you win, you win,
Shit.
you win.
Fuck. So there you go.
I think you made all of us cry.
Sorry.
Yeah.
When I let the love out, man, it's overwhelming. The love that I have for you guys. I kind of have to lock it down, because otherwise I'd just be doing this all the time. Ugh. It's overpowering. It's overwhelming.
It's good to let the healing waters heal.
Mm-hmm.
Said the water being. Fire being over here. Hurts the face.
Still healing in so many ways, clearing out all those channels.
Yeah, leave it up to a freaking Cancer moon coming up, man. This happens. This makes so much sense.
Oh, I forgot about that. That's valid.
Cancer Chiron coming in hot. Woo! Oh, there you go. That's
You're
my closing
loved, Ika.
statement.
You are so loved and so appreciated, and your presence would be missed. So stick around. We've got cool stuff to do. We gotta fuck around and find out still.
Oh, I don't plan on going nowhere. And I don't know what y'all keep talking about this whole TikTok going somewhere. That's not happening in my reality. Just so y'all know.
Just legalities wise, it's not going anywhere. Just so we're clear, everybody. Just stop listening to that media garbage. It's not going anywhere. It makes too much money.
True, we know that. All right. Anything else, my dear, you would like to say? Any thanks you would like to give to anyone that was on the panel, those in the comment section? This is your time.
Appreciate all of you. Honestly, I know I didn't see all the comments, and I'm sorry for that. But it's kind of hard to look at myself when I'm crying. I don't know if y'all are the same. But
You said the S word. That's 100 roses. Just saying.
I mean, what's your tab?
Well, we won't. I was not trying to bring. Why do we got to bring me into this? I was just. This was all about you.
But
Nah.
no, I love each and every one of you in so many ways, and I just hope that I tell you guys it enough,
Right.
or show it, or whatever.
We feel it energetically all the time.
So, for those who did not see the beginning of the live when she and so forth, the live would be posted will be uploaded to YouTube by, I would say, Monday evening. By Monday evening to the night, it will be posted onto YouTube. So, and I will more or less give notification when it is up. So you could go to the link in my bio. It will lead you straight to my YouTube channel, and you'll be able to see the full live, minus the music. Right?
There is something in me that just dreads the fact that me crying is going to be on YouTube now.
Yes.
Lovely.
Yes, very much lovely. No. This is one of my prized possessions. Be able to have you on this live, to be able to sit with you for this time. Yeah. This is one of my most prized live I have done. So this is definitely going into my archives and going up there. So my dear, I want to thank you for allowing us space into the Pika universe to be able to sit with you. All right. So my people, this has been the night that we showed love to Pika. Everything that she has given us, even though she was in pain, she was scarred, she was cut, she was whatever was going on in her life, she has always given us hope, given us truth, honesty, love, and everything that we need. Tonight was a night that we repaid that love and affection in its full fold to her, and we did what we set out to do. And I thank all of you that was here, all of you was in the comment section showing your love. My host that I handpicked, Humble, my dear, my sweet little sister, thank you for coming in. You came in correct at the same time. It was a blessing. It was design. Jordan had his thing to do, and you were there and you filled it. And thank you for coming in. All right, you did a marvelous job. And to my other Alien T, Saul, thank you guys for plotting and scheming this for almost 3 weeks we did this? We plot this for? Up to Christmas morning, we was in conversation on this, and it went off perfectly. So I thank you guys for that. Everyone who came up and shared give Pika her flowers and asked a question, thank you all for that. And, with that being said, the 13th edition is already booked. The 13th edition, I am going to sit with Bren. Bren is always going to be on the 13th edition of the round table. So join me for that. I will post the date. Yep, that's going to be good. He and I are working on some other stuff too, which is outside the round table, but I will post those things that are coming. So at this point, I want to thank everyone for coming and joining me here tonight. It was a pleasure to be able to do this once more. Please join me tomorrow night when I go live at 8 p.m. my time, 7 p.m. Eastern to those who are in Canada, those who are in Florida. Which part are you, Pika?
I'm in Ohio. So
right,
yeah,
for those who are in Ohio,
daylight savings thing, whatever.
Right, yeah, right. So that's that thing. So, but I know what I'll do. I'll actually change it to your guys' time, and I will go live accordingly. So it'll be easier for everyone. So instead of putting for 8, I'll put for 7. I'll change it the next time. So tomorrow I'm doing Hinduism 101. I'm actually going to break down every aspect of Hinduism, from what's the different aspects of it, what's the definition. I'm going to go into talk about tantric worship and all the different, laying the foundation of what is going to be coming in the next few days. And then I am live Monday night for the first installment of Checkmate with Universal Theory, where him and I are going to sit down and talk about the guru. All right.
that'll be
So
good.
please join me tomorrow night, and then I am live also Monday night. So people, love you. It was nice. We're going to do it again once more. All right. Please sing. I'm out. Tika, I love you. Thank you so very much. Bye-bye all.
Night, everyone.
All right.